I need to start doing that.
Your call has been.
Nah, he's probably getting cheeks. That's probably why he ain't
He's
answering.
mad at me anyway.
Why?
That's how I get that.
Because I posted that picture of his hair on Instagram today. You ain't see this?
Nah.
I didn't see it.
Bro, as soon as I seen that, it was. That's terrible.
Look.
You posted on your story?
Hey, yo.
I'm in go mode, go, yeah, yeah. I'm in go mode, yeah.
Hey, I'm just sticking with the first clap. What's up, guys? Welcome to a new episode of the OSA Out of Shape All-Stars, episode 45. We in here now, like always. Drew, how you say that in Spanish?
Oh, it ain't that simple.
Oh,
Is
very
that
good.
right? Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff, Drew. On top of it, now this is the Good Boy Hour, so we're gonna throw a dolphin noise on there. So we're gonna start it now. Welcome to the OSA, episode 45. Again, brought to you by Culture Capsule, sponsored by Don's LLC. Now the cast is looking a little different today because we got in our relief picture today. We got Don Dicap in the building with us.
Mr. Mariano Rivera.
Holding it down,
That's
the closer in the building.
That's right.
Jack is dealing with a case of the crabs. And Bubble Boy known as
Can we say that?
Yeah, I say whatever I want.
Okay, all right.
Yo,
Kevin,
the crabs is such. Who gets crabs nowadays? I know.
Kevin,
I don't know nobody.
Kevin Jet does. And the Bubble Boy just DQ, like always, is under the weather. He needs some melatonin, some vitamin C, some vitamin D, some antibiotics. He needs something. He going through it. Hopefully we have him next week. Feel better, bro. But let's get into the episode 45. We got a fun episode for you guys. Let's get to it. But like always, got to introduce our host first. We won't be right without him. Give it up for Eddie Porchata.
Nah,
Today's my episode, right? Decap's gonna take over after me.
Yeah, see, I'm still trying to figure this out, and I'll let you know. I'm still trying to figure it out because we got so many people.
Much longer I can do this.
Because KJ and DQ, they don't be always here. I don't want to take you out replace you so quickly, and then they fall off, and then we got a new host, but then we missing two more. So we got to keep you on the reserve.
Did Mariano ever start?
Mariano didn't start.
He did actually, and he sucked actually. They were going to get rid of him. This is like a whole big thing. I'm sure it was on Yes or something.
Maybe we shouldn't.
He was a starter, but then he prayed to God and said, "Hey, can I?" His cutter actually, the only pitch he throws, is actually supposed to be a fastball, and it just cuts so goddamn much that it's unhittable. And he decided to be a closer, and he became the greatest closer of all time.
So Cap said because he's the greatest closer on the pod, maybe he should just stay in the closer position.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I get it, but the rest of y'all some bums, so we gotta figure out something. We might have to put some other people in here. We'll figure it out. But also rapping Don LLC today. Check it out. Johnny Cinco in the building. Drew in the building as well. Mr. Drew, how you feeling?
What's up, everybody? I'm feeling good.
And last but not least, my mom called me Devin, so you can call me Devin. Let's get into the episode. But in case you missed it, and kick it off with COVID and sports. Now, it's not much going on because ain't much sports going on, really. We got sports sprinkled around. We got hockey going on, but the prime suspect when it comes to COVID is the NBA. Now, and it's not much going on right now either. The biggest thing is Lakers guard. What's his first name? Schroeder.
Dennis Schroeder.
Dennis Schroeder. He's been battling the COVID fight for the last 2 weeks or so.
It's contact tracing. It's
right.
COVID
so
protocol.
again, it's all COVID. Thank you, Drew, for correcting me, but not correcting me. So he's currently out for currently on the 7-day quarantine due to the tracing of COVID. So hopefully this time, because he did just fail a test. But again, it's all because of the COVID Tracy, he was too close to somebody. Yeah, Tristan Thompson's been out all season, bro.
I haven't watched the Celtics.
Don't watch basketball either. But also in COVID, we got the Spurs currently got 5 players out because they all tested positive, and then you got the COVID tracing as well. Spurs are just all messed up. They've been messed up the last couple of weeks. They can't seem to get it together. Maybe it's because they're in Texas. Texas is open.
And
they're pretty young teams.
And frozen.
Yeah. And
Texas
frozen.
Is open
right.
and frozen.
Texas is frozen.
Open and frozen. So they got a lot of young players there. So I don't know if that's basically irresponsibility or whatever, but they can't get it together over there. So hopefully
it was having a party like the Phoenix Suns was having a couple months ago.
Power gotta be in the arenas in Texas, right? Yeah, they're
open. They're open.
Yeah,
and I'm pretty sure a few of the players, I know the power's off in Texas. I'm pretty sure a few of the players in nice areas where they still got power. Yeah. So they probably got everybody together.
That's true.
Yeah, and if you guys do live in Texas, the maybe one person that listens, good luck to you and everybody, and hopefully you're safe. And of course, you're not prepared for freezing weather.
Yeah.
Of course you aren't. It's
I know
Texas.
somebody who live in Dallas.
For power outage, bro, and no water, bro.
I know somebody who live in Dallas. They said they get scheduled electricity.
Wow.
Hey, yo.
Like you get 2 hours a day.
2 hours.
Charge your phone. Yeah, do what you gotta do.
Nah, I feel bad for all the people in Texas,
terrible,
except for the ones that came from New York. Because I seen a bunch of them, how's the weather in New York? It's pretty much the same in there.
Yeah, that's what you get. Yeah,
pretty much the same. Like talking crazy, and they hush on the ground, but they moved out there. How's the weather? You tell me. Y'all got it the same, but everybody else.
They've been making fun of New York for wearing masks and actually having lower COVID numbers, and we were all making it up, and it's not real.
And I know
that's what you get.
Again, I know a few of them. So everybody else in Texas, we feel for y'all. Hopefully to get everything together. But the ones that know me, and y'all probably don't see this, so I'll tag y'all when I post it on social media. I'm tag y'all because y'all the ones who was talking. All right, but that is COVID in sports. Unless I miss anything in COVID, anything else in COVID that y'all know about. Nothing else.
Nothing relevant currently.
Nothing relevant.
Oh, all right, hold on. Y'all say y'all was gonna mention homie that got the vaccine.
Oh yeah. Also, right. Julius Erving, Dr. J, got his vaccination recently, and again, he's been promoting NBA players getting it for the longest. He's been saying that.
Did he get the first shot or?
He's
fully vaccinated.
He's on his first shot. He's only on his first shot. But again, he's pretty much preaching and practicing the same thing he's been saying for a while. He believes that the NBA, because so many people love the NBA and look to these guys as role models, and there's so much fear with the COVID vaccination, that NBA players should be the first in line, not just because they're NBA players and we want to get a full season of basketball, but because so many people look up to them, that it will kill some of the fear that your everyday basketball fan has. So he's got his vaccination again. He's a senior citizen, so they're on the top of the top of the list.
He's gonna do a Greg Popovich commercial soon.
Right, he'll do right. He'll probably do an NBA commercial. They're gonna have a commercial and because again,
is Magic gonna get vaccinated?
Yeah,
Magic is immune to.
But Magic is immune to everything. So if Magic coming out saying he ain't got it, we gonna be like, bro, okay.
Ain't nothing gonna kill Magic. Nothing.
There ain't nothing killing Magic. Magic is not the sponsor we need. Magic is not the sponsor for this one. We don't need Magic. He been a poster boy, but
wow, bro.
Magic is the exception. He's the exception.
Magic can't die. Period.
Right. Magic is the exception to the rule. So I'm sorry, I can't listen to Magic.
Damn.
That's like Superman trying to tell me bullets don't hurt. Like, come on, man.
I was about to say, whatever one Magic get might be the right one though.
Right?
Yeah.
No, just give me a package of the medicine Magic take. Just give me that. I want the COVID vaccination. Give me what Magic getting right now.
Yeah, Magic might have the right.
Give me what Magic is getting right now. I don't want the COVID. Nah, don't give me that. Give me the strong stuff that Magic did.
Yeah.
I want that package. Forget the Kobe. Forget the Kobe. Magic. I ain't trying to hear nothing you saying.
Pfizer, no, Moderna, get out of here. Word. Johnson & Johnson, get out of here. I want that Magic Johnson special.
Unless you hooking me up with the plug that got them special vitamins, you take it. I don't want to hear nothing else from Magic.
Yo, if Magic Urban sponsors the fucking vaccine, bro, you think that would be like the greatest thing to happen to
Who's Magic
people?
Urban?
Hold on, that's good boy. That curse that can't rock. That's good boy time.
Yeah, who's Magic Urban?
We are, and we're clear from it. So
who's Magic Urban?
Magic.
I think he's trying to say Irving Magic Johnson.
Right, Irving. I know Irving
Magic.
Magic.
Yeah.
Right, I know Irving Magic Johnson, but I don't know who Magic Irving is. That's must be
Magic Irving.
Johnson.
He sells used cars in California.
Y'all know what I meant.
That's in the D League.
Yeah, that's Kyrie.
He's the knockoff.
That's Kyrie's uncle that live in Brooklyn. Yeah. So I don't know who Drew talking about, but we're gonna move on from Kobe. We're gonna get into honorable mention, like Eddie said. Kick it off with Tiger Woods.
Top story, yeah.
Other than losing, what else is going on with Tiger, man?
I mean, so when it first came out, I literally almost turned on my code switch in Tiger Woods voice. But I don't want to make a joke of it. Obviously, when it first came out, I didn't believe it. I was like, it's a fucking hoax. Unfortunately for Tiger, he's had his past and he has his history, especially with cars. The whole, getting the shit beat out of him with golf clubs by his wife. Has had a couple DUIs as it is.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, Tiger was in a very bad car accident. They're saying it's going to take a couple days to decide to determine what caused the accident. But he needed the jaws of life to get him out of the car.
Yeah.
He was immediately shipped to the hospital where he needed immediate surgery. He had compound fractures in his legs. He was likely to die again if he wasn't taken away quickly and if he wasn't operated quickly. He's from what I see. The last update we got, hang on. So he's lucky to be alive. The last update we got is he's doing okay. Obviously,
I know it was like injuries to his legs. He's conscious, so he's
he was by himself too, right?
I believe so. Yeah, I believe so.
That's always
and if you haven't seen the videos, I mean, Dev, I don't know if you can pull it up, but
I'll pop it in right here.
It looks bad. It looks really, really bad. But again, hopefully he's okay. Again, I know a lot of people thought it was a hoax, so there were a lot of people on Twitter shitting on Tiger. We do make jokes about Tiger.
Again,
I mean, it's easy to make jokes about Tiger.
Honestly, why would they think it's a hoax? Yeah, because again,
Tiger's history.
But Tiger's had issues with cars. He's had car incidents previously, whether it's the DUI, whether his wife's situation, he's had other situations.
Yeah, and again, that's where I think a lot of people made the jokes where they were going at him, like, "Oh, here we go again, Tiger." Right. Probably thinking he just hit like a pole and he's fine.
Yeah.
But
again, always on the internet. That's what
and that's what it is. Obviously, a lot of people took those things down, and you got like Obama and a lot of other active MLB players, NFL players, NHL players, all again to the power of what Tiger was. In the respect of what Tiger was, he's definitely not the same player anymore. He's definitely not the same man he was before. After watching a little bit of that Tiger doc, I'm like, I can see kind of why he's a nut job. And again, I'm not shitting on his mental state. It's
he's an icon. He's still an icon.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Yeah, it's tough.
You can't take that from
him.
Yeah. He'll always be one. But again, with a spotlight, piggybacking off you, Ed, watching the doc, and just what we know as fans of sports and the icon that is Tiger Woods. It's a big pill to swallow, and seeing the behind the scenes stuff that was going on while he's being one of the best athletes alive, but dealing with the personal issues he had. I can see a motherfucker snapping every now and then. It's a lot you gotta, and this image that you gotta hold to be America's Tiger and all this to be the role model. Because people want celebrities and athletes to raise their fucking kids. It's a lot to take in. And so I'm not saying that Tiger was having an episode with this situation. We still don't know what ultimately caused the situation. It was a single car rollover. But I'm just saying Tiger's had his issues in the past. And even with him being of age now, he's not himself anymore. He still has this big
stigma about
big stigma and this big this thing on his shoulder
It's a
where
clout.
everybody
It's a
still they
clout.
want him to be the Tiger Woods of the fucking 90s, early 2000s, and we looking at 20-some years later. It's like, bro, like
but
get off the man back.
It's also golf where I feel like they do get better as they get older. Like,
but Tiger had a lot of leg injuries too. Your legs is everything.
Yeah, he had hip issues and
In the video, I didn't watch the video. In the video, what kind of car was it?
It looked like an SUV type, bigger,
it didn't
bigger
look
vehicle.
like a sports car.
It was a
Jeep. It was like a Jeep. I don't know.
It was a
the car?
2001 Rendezvous.
Okay.
Yeah, whatever it's called, Rendezvous or Rendezvous.
He was
Whatever.
in a sports car.
Yeah, I think
It would have been if it was
I think
if it would have been a sports car, it would have been quiet for him. But he was in it. Yeah, because the injuries was to his legs, but he was in the truck.
That's what I was assuming. I was assuming that it was like a sports car that flipped over.
No, it's a big car.
Because they said when the fire department them got to him, he was conscious, like he was stuck, but he was like woke. He wasn't knocked out. He wasn't unconscious and shit. So he was like just stuck in the car, like waiting for somebody to come get him.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's bad. But we've seen athletes come back from other stuff. I think he should probably, take it easy going forward a little bit. I don't think he needs to get back on the course as people would want to see. I know it'll be a good story eventually, but
I'm gonna drive him to at least
just
give it one last
take your time and fucking retire, man. You know what I mean? Like, you're lucky to even keep your life right now. So
it's time for Tiger to do that farewell tour. It's like you've done everything. To me, you the greatest golfer ever. You're an icon, like so. Like you up in the Raptors with the greatest of all time. Like
I can only name him and Phil. That's
right.
it.
Yeah, him and Phil.
And fucking Arnie Palmer.
Arnold Palmer. Yeah, because he had a drink name.
I don't know. And I only know because that
because he had a drink name.
And I only know because I can get the nigga at 99 cents at the bodega. That's the only reason why I know that.
Yeah.
I don't even know if Arnold Palmer is alive or not.
Nah, I mean, I don't know if anymore. But y'all remember that ESPN commercial where like he walked up and like he like put a little bit of iced tea, put a little bit of lemonade, went back to the iced tea, went back to the lemonade, and all the sportscasters were like, "Oh my god, it's amazing! That's how he does it." Like
that was really him.
Yeah, it was really him. I mean, that was like a few years back, but I mean, almost a decade.
When they used to do the This Is Sports and the commercials. I know
John, you said you have the information. Is he alive?
He passed away September 25th, 2016.
Wow.
Oh.
Didn't even realize. All right.
Really?
No, September.
Again.
I
didn't know that nigga was a real person until I read Arizona. I'm like, oh shit, this is somebody. This nigga playing golf. Oh, okay.
Word.
Just thought it was a drink. All right, but
that's a clutch drink, so everybody had to know who he was.
For real.
But moving on, we're gonna get into the NBA recap now. With the NBA, the All-Star Day reserves was released. So we'll go through the starters, starting off in the East first, and then we'll get over to the West. In the East, the starters is Kyrie, Bradley Beal, Kevin Durant, Giannis, and Joel Embiid, where the reserves are Jaylen Brown, James Harden, Zach LaVine, Julius Randle made the team. Shout out to Julius Randle, Ben Simmons, Jason Tatum, and Nikola Vucevic, whatever the hell.
Nikola Vucevic. That's the East. Now in the West, the starters is
pretty solid.
Luka,
Steph, LeBron James, Lebanon James, the Joker, and Kawhi. And then the reserves are AD, PG, Paul George.
Really, they had to put AD in there, like the reserve.
Hey, that's how it is. Rudy Gobert, Dame, Donovan Mitchell, Chris Paul, and my guy. I said it. Didn't I say it? I said it.
Of course.
My guy, Zion Williamson. I said it. I'm just saying. But that is
the best on his team.
He not BIS, but that I said Zion was gonna make it this year. I just knew it. And just off the strength of star power. Like he's a star. But any snubs, Eddie? Is there any All-Star snubs?
Yeah, I mean, we talked a little bit about this but Devin Booker. I mean, he's finally been lighting it up a little bit more. He had 35 points today, or was that yesterday? Last night?
I don't know.
Don't matter. He's
might have been last night when they
last night.
Well, Portland 132 to 100.
I believe so. But the only good thing I could say is, you know, we got a Nick on there for the first time since 2017. So that's fun. That's crazy.
Oh my God,
it was Kristaps, and then obviously Melo when he was with the Knicks. But I mean, Melo got in because his name was Melo.
Right.
And also played great.
Melo was still balling then.
Melo was still balling for sure.
Only snub, I mean, Devin Booker. Only other snub I seen. I really know. Yeah, it's one. Can you guess?
Why you want your boy Melo Ball?
You want LaMelo on there?
Melo.
He a rookie, bro.
It don't matter. He should have been there.
He's not gonna be on there.
I'm just playing. I'm playing. I'm looking at the roster. He can't replace nobody. So I'm just joking. Yeah. It's okay. It's all right.
No. I was just saying it wasn't about replacing the roster. I know you say you're joking now, but you named him. Ice Trae didn't make the All-Star game.
I was just trying to look. I'm like,
I was gonna say too. I'm looking at both of them now.
Ice Trae didn't make it.
Yeah,
but okay, so being that Ice Trae not there, who would you take off?
Who's Ice Trae
Chris
taking
Paul.
off?
He's old. Get him out.
No,
on the East.
That's on the West. Chris Paul on the West.
Chris Paul's on the West. On the East team. Who are you taking?
The person that honestly, if you take anybody, it would be Kyrie, because Bradley Beal, he definitely ain't replacing Bradley Beal. Bradley Beal should actually be starting to me.
Bradley Beal
is a starter.
Oh, he's starting.
Yeah, he is.
No, I would take Ben Simmons off.
Right.
Maybe
because they have the best. They have the best team. They got the best in the East, the record. So I think that's why.
You ain't taking Ben Simmons off. He's defensive wizard.
Zach LaVine's been playing really well. James Harden obviously is James Harden. Yeah, Kyrie, get him out of here. Kyrie. Get him out.
What?
Get him out.
Kyrie done changed my whole
opinion. He changed his opinion
this year.
He's been balling though.
He can't get up.
No, but again, that's what I'm saying. Ice Trae is, again, he's one of those players that deserve to be there, but who do you replace? Who do you take off to put him there?
He missed a couple of games, and the Hawks, due to injuries, haven't been as successful, so that probably hindered him.
Yeah.
Well, I guess he's not.
No. Hold on, John. Stop.
You take off like Jaylen Brown or something?
Trae is averaging 27 and 9.6 assists.
That's what I'm saying. It would have to be either Ben Simmons or Jaylen Brown.
I'm saying
Jaylen Brown been balling.
Yeah,
but again, so that's what I'm saying. So who you gonna take off?
Ben Simmons been balling.
A few games, and Atlanta's been hurt, so Atlanta hasn't been winning.
Cap, if Ice Trae deserve to be there, who you replacing? Who you taking off?
I'm taking
Ben Simmons.
I can't take out Ben Simmons.
All right, hold on. Listen, Jaylen is averaging 25, 5.5, and 3.9 assists, and Jaylen played defense just like.
I mean, honestly, Jaylen and Jason Tatum is the only reason that
7 and 8. Jaylen is playing
8.
7 and 8, 15, 7 and 8. He almost averaged triple double.
Oh damn!
But Trae Young averaged 27, and Jaylen averaged 25 on a team.
Yeah.
With Jason Tatum and a bunch of other people that try to score the ball all the time, like Kemba.
Yeah, I mean, like, to be honest, Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum are the only reason that Celtics are actually relevant, to be honest, at this point, because
Jaylen Brown deserves his first time All-Star appearance.
Yeah, he does. He does.
That was
That's
my pick.
Again, I'm trying to make the argument for Trae. So y'all,
I can't take off Ben, to be honest.
He should be on the All-Star team. He should be a reserve. Yeah. Should be a reserve. Also, another person that should be a reserve. His team is doing thing. His stats is solid. Is Sabonis. I thought Sabonis was actually a lot. The Pacers is what, 4th in the league?
He ain't a star.
But you taking off
Sabonis ain't a
Vucevic
star,
for
man.
I'm
Sabonis?
saying he doesn't have the star power, but he has the stats, and his team is winning.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know he does, but
He
like
plays in Indiana.
he's like the top 5 player in
It's
fantasy.
Indiana.
yeah, but just like Dev
Cut
say,
down
where
his
he
20
plays,
minutes.
it's like kind of
Close to it.
it's like
Yeah,
he
again,
doesn't
that's
have the
the
star power to be. He doesn't have the really. He has the
Listen, I'm a
numbers
fan.
and
I
stats,
like
but he doesn't have the
Vucevic.
star
He's not
power
really
though.
that much of a star neither. Like
yeah.
star
He not either, but Vucevic is consistent. He's been consistent like the last like he's been
Sabonis putting up the same numbers, but his team is doing better. That's all I'm saying. I like
Right.
both players, but
Yeah.
Sabonis doing what Vucevic is doing. I like both players, but Sabonis. I thought Sabonis was actually a lot. When someone asked me this question, Sabonis was one of them that actually had penned in as a lot.
Sabonis,
I mean,
Sabonis
Sabonis-
averaging 21 and 11 right now.
Okay, so again,
And
if you got
Top five
Sabonis, if you got Sabonis as a lock, you taking out what? Vucevic?
I mean, Vucevic and Sabonis, like
in my list, I have Vucevic on the bubble. I had him.
No.
I had Pascal Siakam on the bubble. I thought, I'm not gonna lie, I thought they was gonna do Zach dirty. I didn't think they was gonna put Zach.
Yeah,
on.
right.
I had him on my bubble too, but I wanted Zach to make the All-Star game. He deserves it, but those players I had in my bubble, and then I had the players that I had listed. Randall was one of the players I was like, I don't care what they do.
they cannot. Randall had to be there, bro.
Yeah, we gotta
Randall had to
give
be there.
Randall his just due. But speaking of All-Star game, so we know it's all happening in one day. What I hear is they talking about doing the dunk contest
Doing
halftime.
Yeah.
I don't like that, bro, because they gonna be rushing this shit.
You know what they?
You
They're
might
gonna
get
be rushing it.
Bucket might make the All-Star game still, because I don't think Anthony Davis is gonna play in the All-Star game.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I'm
also,
hearing.
he's out for a whole month. So yeah, there you go. Ice Strait can take that spot. Oh no,
But that's the West. That's the West.
West. My bad.
I made the same mistake.
My bad.
So Devin Booker, right?
I'm
right.
allowed to make that mistake. You're not.
Yeah.
But also
right.
the draft pool is Thursday. They're gonna draft their teams on Thursday.
I thought they was doing regular East and West again.
Nah, they actually drafted. They drafted. Yeah.
Huh?
Mm.
What's
They do the whole thing.
The captain's draft.
Luka is.
But I'm saying, but if
killer.
they doing the draft, why they got the East and West reserves? Like,
Nah, they did that for the last. They did that for the last 2 years. They actually pick it as the regular East and West. But then when it comes down to picking, Kevin Durant or the team captains always
picks the reserves.
And the starters. There's always a draft.
I don't know
by the team
about
captain.
Halftime. That's gonna be a action-packed.
You know what it's
halftime.
gonna be? Remember like a couple years ago they had it was like a new dunk contest and they would have to try to dunk in like 30 seconds. All 3 players was trying to dunk at the same time. Who won that? Like John Wall or somebody maybe? And it was like
that?
I
I don't remember that.
Yeah, I don't know how it's gonna work.
I know they
I
go.
mean,
The skills challenge is going to be before. I think the 3-point might be before.
No, they only doing dunk contests. They're not doing the skills or
no,
3-point.
they are. They doing all the. They doing everything. I'm not sure exactly how they're going to do it. I think the skills and the 3-point is before the game, and then because Dame is saying that he's going to win the 3-point contest, and then the dunk contest is going to be at halftime. So
That's a little too much.
They're doing a little bit too much.
At 3 p.m. Sunday, and just run through everything, and then All-Star game and call it a day. That's it.
But what about players? But what about players that's actually in the game as well as the challenges? So like, if you're in the dunk contest as well as the All-Star game or the skills challenge.
So it says the Taco Bell skills challenge is going to be shout out Taco Bell. They're making a chicken sandwich.
Taco Bell is nasty as shit.
Listen, but it says Sunday, March 7th, prior to tip-off, is when the skills challenge will be, and then All-Star coverage begins at 6:30, and that's it. So I'm assuming they're going to do it all before the game.
Well, again, the dunk contest. Again, I'm not even sure about the 3-point. What they're gonna do about it. I just seen Dame talking about like he gonna take it, but I know they were saying that the dunk contest is supposed to be at the half. So skill challenges before. I'm not sure where they're gonna place the 3-point, and again, they've been talking that dunk contest is halftime. It just sounds like it's gonna be all messy.
It's all chaotic, bro.
Yeah,
it's all chaotic.
Because again, like I said, if you got Zion's, everybody wants Zion to be in a dunk contest. You have it at halftime.
I'm pretty sure Zion ain't gonna be that shit. He ain't gonna be in a dunk contest. Then.
They want 4 rookies.
They're not gonna do that. It's gonna be like every year. It's gonna be no name dunkers in that dunk contest. Like persons that you really don't want to be in that dunk contest.
Like Ed said, they've been trying to get these young players that's like new legs in the league to do the dunk contest. New dunkers.
They're saying they want Obi. They want RJ Hampton.
Gotta get Anthony Edwards.
Isaac Okoro.
Right, Anthony Edwards.
And there's one more. Where the fuck is it? Yeah, Anthony Edwards. Yeah, you got it. Yeah.
So
I'm back.
We didn't even know you left. You just moved around.
Yeah, remember when John Wall won the dunk contest? They did it East versus West.
Yeah, it was like a team thing.
And it was John Wall, Paul George, and Terrence Ross versus Harrison Barnes, Ben McLemore, and Damian Lillard.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
remember, it was like some dumb stuff. They did like
that was like
30 seconds.
15, 27.
2014.
2014? Okay.
Yeah, I don't even remember that.
I mean, that'd be if they can make it quick. I mean, because we don't want to watch the All-Star game all
That's probably why I don't remember it. Well, they only got a certain window, so it's not like dunk contest. They put a window on it, so it's like you got 30 minutes like to get through this or whatever, 20 minutes for the All-Star. I mean, for the halftime show, because pretty much that's what it is now, the halftime show. So it's like, if I can if you're gonna make a halftime show, get some real fucking street dunkers to get out there and do.
That would be way better than what they.
I was gonna say that they should just have like some street dunkers come in and do dunks.
Right. They got you got the white boy who be doing the crazy shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bunch of dope dunkers out there, so have them come entertain us halftime, then have the players do it because that shit gonna be trash.
Yeah, they either gonna have a long ass halftime, or they gonna be like it's gonna be rush. The dunk contest.
Right, exactly. It's gonna be rush. They're gonna have to put a time on it. Then niggas gonna be missing dunks, and then it's gonna be lower ass scores, and it's gonna be trash. So that's the All-Star game. That's all I got on that. But also in the NBA, the Nets been heating up lately, man. They are on a West tour. And they are
again tonight.
And they just beat Sacramento. They are running through the West without KD. John should have
came back today.
KD didn't play.
He didn't play today?
No, I was watching the game. He ain't even play.
He ain't play.
John should the NBA be scared, man?
Man, I told you that team is crazy. Like
the defense is watch with
3 stars. All right, it's not the best way to play ball, but it could really be like, all right,
watch when you get to the playoffs.
You pick. You can do what you want to do for these 5 possessions. You want to do what you want to do next 5. I'll do what I want to do next 5. They can do that the whole game.
Hold on. So what are you talking about? When the playoffs come around, what's going to change?
No, but let's just be honest though. We see teams ball out in the regular season, but when it comes to the actual playoffs where shit really matters, it falters. Like all this type of jump shots is not going to work in the playoffs. You got to play some type of defense.
The Warriors won with that.
Yeah, I know. The Warriors is the only exception. The Warriors is the only
exception. You said Warriors the exception, but you got
only exception.
You got James Harden, one of the greatest shooters, and then you got KD, one of the greatest shooters, and then you got Joe Harris.
But what does James Harden do with the Rockets?
Right.
Joe Harris is number 1.
What did the Rockets do with James Harden in the playoffs?
No, I'm saying in regards to all of
Brooklyn.
But James Harden's not alone anymore. Yeah, James Harden crumbled and he was a shell of himself in the playoff run. But he doesn't need to it's not him running the team anymore. He can just go, hey Kev, bail me out.
I just think it's not going to work.
Right, he's facilitating. Right, he's facilitating. You got Kyrie playing the 2, which is cooking. You got Kyrie playing the 2, and he's not shooting just jumpers. He's not afraid to go to the rim. Kyrie, notorious taking it.
The point is that
Mr. Best handles in the league.
Right.
Harden can look to his left, and he's got a shooting, a scoring champion, and a NBA Finals MVP. And then he looks to his right, and then he has an NBA Finals MVP and a champion as well. You know what I mean? When
you're giving up the amount of points that they're giving up in every game, I know they're shooting the lights out, but they also giving up points, mad points to every team.
Hold on. They giving up a lot of points, right, Durant?
Yes, they are.
Who's gonna outscore them? What team could outscore them?
They've been outscored in some games. It ain't like they haven't been outscored.
But what team can outscore them in the best?
Consistently. Yeah, consistently in the 7
series.
In a best of 7 series, I believe
because nigga, I'll give you 120 if I'm putting up 145.
Nigga, I can think of a couple teams. You talking outscore them?
No.
Name the team.
You talking outscore them?
What team? There's no team in the
Utah has to get there to see them in the final.
There's no team in the NBA that has the ability to score the way they can.
They have too
much. Let's just take.
And again, it's early. It's still early. Again, AD, we got to see what happened with AD because he dealing with some real shit over there.
Achilles.
With his Achilles injury.
Achilles calf. It's not looking good for AD right now.
Yeah, but you know what I was thinking? Which is perfect LeBron move. LeBron might make them go get Blake Griffin for the cheap too.
They just waived Quinn Cook, opened up a roster spot.
Exactly.
Word.
They wait for this buyout market.
And if Blake get bought out, Blake can still ball. He ain't high flyer Blake no more, but
yeah,
he a good role player. Blake could be a good role player on that. I agree with you.
Blake, and then Nets just added Amon Shepard and they added Andre Robinson, so they trying to
But Shump been there, I feel like both of them been there for.
They trying to, but I guess they just be getting played more because they trying to build a defense, and again. They not the best defense, but if you pay attention, James Harden get a lot of steals. He's always under people. When people try and post up, he's always running to the ball, stripping and shit. It's just nobody. It's it don't look when you look at the ratings. It don't always transition they one of the best defense. But if you see them play, they play good together. It works, but ain't nobody gonna outscore them. As of now,
we ain't gonna act like if DeAndre healthy, he ain't gonna hold it down too.
And then they got this kid, that Claxton kid, another big who's been showing potential. Also, and then you got Jeff Green, and then they talking about getting Andre Drummond.
Cousins just became available. DeMarcus Cousins just got released.
I know the Lakers want to get DeMarcus Cousins.
No. Lakers already said it's not happening.
Cousins has no.
It's not happening.
Yeah, he has
because he was already there and he didn't get no check. So,
but they gave him a ring, so I feel like they said they was gonna give him a ring. So
he didn't get no take. He was injured though. It ain't like he didn't get no take.
They cannot put Boogie in that locker room with the Brooklyn Nets because of one person. Yeah. Him and Kyrie is too fucking. That's a time bomb waiting to go off.
Yeah.
I don't think so. They can probably make it work.
I'd love to detonate that bomb if I could. I fucking hate this whole new man. Now you got all these New Yorkers talking about, I've been a Brooklyn Nets fan since they were in New Jersey. That's a lie. Don't shut the fuck up. No, you weren't. No, you weren't.
You don't even know who Kmart is.
Some people know who Jason Kidd is.
They don't know who Kerry Kittles is, right?
Hold on. I was going to say Kerry Kittles, but I feel like Kerry Kittles been on some show or something recently because I've been hearing Kerry Kittles' name a lot.
Kerry Kittles
is a much bigger name, bigger stuff. Someone might know Kenny Martin.
Yeah. Kerry Kittles.
Kerry Kittles.
He was a third of that power three. J. Kidd, Kmart, Kerry Kittles.
I thought it was right.
And then Richard Jefferson came. Then Richard Jefferson came. So, but people don't. Richard Jefferson.
Stop acting like you know about that team. You definitely wasn't.
Yeah, right. Really you weren't watching basketball during that time.
That's
You wanna watch
I lived in I actually lived in New Jersey at that time, and I hated them.
Okay,
around there.
Hated them.
That's around there. 03, 04.
Wasn't Jason Kidd on 2004?
I don't even know.
Nah, he's not 03, live 03.
Yeah, so it was around that time.
Carter was 04.
So yeah, Drew, you want watching? Yeah, it's all right. But
06, I guess not. 06
06 live, that was Wade. 05 was Melo. Yeah, that's.
But what else going on in the NBA? Anthony Edwards, he did the dunk. Everybody saying the greatest dunk ever.
He posterized kid dunk, but let's not say greatest dunk ever. You seen that dunk happen a lot of times, bro. You see niggas dunk over people.
And they just got rid of their coach too.
Yeah, they fired their coach and they hired his replacement in the
same day.
So that's
how you hire your replacement same day?
To me, I think that's a little funny.
That's funny.
Now, you know what I think it was? It was out of respect for Flip. They wasn't trying to get rid of the son, so they was doing a thing behind closed doors, like, yo, we gotta get rid of him, but let's try to make it quick and easy for him.
Yeah, they called Flip first, like, yo, so just so you know, your son don't tell you.
They ain't
you hear it from us.
They ain't call Flip.
They call Flip.
Flip dead.
Oh, Flip Sanders dead?
Yes.
I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that.
Oh man, God, bro, he been there for years, bro. Like,
didn't know that.
It's been like 2-3 years.
Yo, really?
We had a conversation about that in the group chat years ago.
We're talking about a lot of dead folks on this podcast today.
Hey.
Yeah. That's the name of the title. Flip been dead.
Nah, we ain't gonna name it Flip Been. No, that's actually a good title. Flip Been Dead though.
Nah, R.I.P. Flip, man, for real.
R.I.P. Flip, yo, I dead ass didn't know Flip Sanders was dead.
Away, I think 2018. I'm not 100% sure, but I think when he passed. Nah, it might have been. He might have been still coaching the team when he passed.
Hold on.
Might have still been team.
He got fired before he passed.
Did he?
Yeah, he did. He got fired.
2015, he died.
Yeah, he got fired before he died, though.
Yeah, it's been 2015. I thought that happened like 2016, 2017.
I felt like Kobe was still playing because I remember like
he was.
I remember Kobe talking about it.
Yeah, that was damn. He died his last year coaching.
Yeah, he died while he was coaching. He was still a coach when he died.
Oh, he was. I thought he resigned, to be honest.
Nah, yeah.
He died right before the season started.
Damn, R.I.P. Flip, man.
R.I.P. Flip. I know. I'm sorry, bro. I didn't know R.I.P.
Said they gonna call Flip.
They gonna call Flip.
Hey, they probably do call. They probably sit down, get on their knees and call Flip like, yo, Flip, we about to do your son dirty.
They was apologizing to God.
Where don't hunt us. Don't hunt the team more than it's already been hunted and shit. Because Minnesota they've been going through it for the last couple of years. Just ain't been working out. Big Cat, is Big Cat back yet?
Yeah, he's back. He got dunked on today by Giannis.
What's going on? He's going through a lot.
I mean, he had COVID. His mom died from COVID.
Like 6 people died.
Yeah,
he lost a couple of family members.
Yeah, so
Cat been going through it, bro. Like he had, bro. Like.
Yeah, so obviously the Timberwolves season is not gonna be a season. It's gonna be one of those get by seasons. They're not gonna do much. Get a top pick and rebuild. It's one of those seasons, but they're still playing. But
they've been doing that for what, like 20 years now?
I mean, they've been
playoffs when Tom Thibodeau was there. That was like 2-3 years ago.
Yeah, but they ain't like Tibbs there. That was 3 years ago. Tibbs was too hard on them. They don't like Tibbs coaching.
I think that was just Cat. I think that was Cat and
Wiggins. They was the stars of the team. They was the stars. So they weren't crying.
4 years old, actually. It was 4.
Crying. They ain't like Jimmy because Jimmy was calling them bitches in practice and shit. Jimmy called them soft. So, and they ass play soft. But hopefully, they turn around and team. Anything else in honorable mentions? Ed, you said you got some baseball stuff.
Got some baseball stuff. I got some football stuff. I got some NHL stuff. What do you want first?
Give me the baseball stuff. Give me the baseball. Shut up, Drew.
So the first thing I want to do is congratulate Fernando Tatis, 14 years, 340 million.
Crazy.
Congratulations, get your bag, get your money, 14 years.
14 years
contract. Yeah, longest contract in MLB history. That's a long time. Obviously, he's probably going to opt out. I think he gives. And look, the Padres are a really good team. The next thing I want to get into is the MLB rankings as well. The Padres do have a chance, so I think there is about a 5-year window for Tatis if he does want to move on. I know John hates.
He was saying that he's doing it for his legacy. Like he want to build his legacy with the Padres.
With baseball, that 310 is fully guaranteed.
Yeah.
340.
340.
Yeah, fully guaranteed. 340. Yeah, fully guaranteed.
So
and he's got incentives.
Listen, they was to release you and cut you from the team, and you never
got to give you the whole bag.
That's that Bobby Bonilla. That's that Bobby Bonilla.
Hold on. Where he from?
Yo, La República Dominicana, papi.
I was just about to say he's not making the whole 14 years.
Nah.
No, baseball, right?
Bro, you can buy. You can buy.
I agree. No, I agree with Dicap. He's not gonna stay the 14 years with San Diego.
Oh,
I think eventually he moves on. Whatever. Yeah. It is what it is. Somebody will swallow that contract. I'm sure he has a no trade clause in that as well.
Is that the richest Dominican ever?
Probably. Yeah. No. I mean, I don't know. Probably not. Maybe A-Rod.
Yeah,
he's Dominican American.
A-Rod don't count.
A-Rod count. He got J-Lo's money too.
Was he born there?
Tatis? Yeah, Tatis was. Yeah.
No, we're talking about A-Rod.
A-Rod, no, I said he's Dominican American. He was born in the Bronx.
They don't count.
Yeah, Lebanon
Hospital,
count.
just like me, son. You know what I'm saying? The actual thing. But speaking of which, the power rankings did come out. So I'm just going to do the top 10. So they have the Astros at 10, the Rays at 9, the Blue Jays at 8, the Twins at 7, the White Sox at 6. Surprisingly, I think this might surprise a lot of people, the New York Mets at 5, the Atlanta Braves at 4, the New York Yankees at 3, the Slam Diego Padres at 2, and obviously the defending champ LA Dodgers at 1.
The Mookie Bet Dodgers.
Yeah, the Mookie Betts Dodgers.
The Mookie Betts.
So I'm not mad about it.
Shout out to the Red Sox for giving up on Mookie Betts.
Yep, shout out to the Red Sox giving up on their whole team and their organization. Speaking of which, too, Alex Cora has been reinstated as the manager of the Red Sox. So let the cheating cheat on. The only other baseball news I had today, Johnny Damon. Arrested for DUI. Mugshot looks great. Does not have the Jesus beard, but blew 4 times over the legal limit. I think he was like at a function where there were cops, and then got in his car and was like blatantly like drinking where the cops were, and then like got in his car and like drove away. And I'm sure tried to do the Johnny Damon thing where he's like, "Come on, man, I play baseball. Like, come on, I'm Johnny Damon." And it was in the New England area. So like, I mean, hey man, I broke the curse of the Bambino. You're gonna cut me some slack. Obviously, that cop did not give a fuck.
No.
But he was released. I'm assuming it was pretty big bond or a pretty big bail, but whatever, it is what it is. So that's the comic relief in that. Till Dev gets back, I guess I'll just skip to the hockey news that I have. So Artem Panarin, the Rangers forward, took a leave of absence today. He was accused of allegedly engaging in a physical altercation with an 18-year-old woman in Latvia. So the big rumor with this is that, obviously it's alleged. So let's see, let's hope he didn't do that. But he is very vocal about the politics in Russia. And he's not okay with what happens over there. So he's been very, very vocal about that. So there's a lot of talks of all alleged is that Russia is literally just trying to get him back. So good luck to him. I mean, he's clearly one of the best players on the Rangers. So we, on a sports side of things, you do want him back if you're a New York Rangers fan. But then just like on the natural human thing, like you don't want this guy to disappear over in Russia because he spoke out against a communistic rule.
You say he's from Russia?
He's from Russia. Yeah, he's from Russia. Other than that, NFL news. Biggest NFL news. Anybody knows what happened?
The JJ
Carson Wentz to the Colts.
Carson Wentz to the Colts. JJ Watt. I saw JJ Watt did something. What did JJ Watt do?
JJ Watt tweeted out that mitochondria is the nucleus of a cell.
Thank you for the science tips.
Thanks.
But hold on. But a lot of people was trying to say that he's trying to say something.
Was he also
subliminal messages.
He also tweeted out all gas, no brakes. For the Johnny said that like 2 weeks ago. He's out here subliminally trying to say everything.
He's
so I don't know.
Trying to have fun. He's
gonna end up with the Steelers. I don't know what he's doing
right now. He's loving it.
And he also had on some Lakers Allen Iversons too, because he on his shoe run as well. He had on some Adidas one day, Nikes the other day. He trying to do like Kobe did when Kobe was looking for the shoe deal and shit. Nobody wants.
Hold on. Am I not the only? I can't be the only person that don't really care about where JJ Watt goes to.
Yeah,
I don't care where he goes. I don't enough. Like you're washed up. You're the worst Watt.
Yeah,
I'm saying Derek is better than him.
Right.
Damn.
I'm saying I don't know Derek getting hurt every other year.
TJ Watt is the
TJ eats. I know Derek is consistent.
I've seen people saying he wanted to go team up with Myles Garrett, but if I'm not mistaken, what's the African kid that plays opposite of Myles Garrett? Isn't he still there? He was nice.
We just talked about him a couple of episodes.
Yeah, we just talked about him. What the fuck is his name?
He was killing a couple years ago. And I don't know why they would take JJ Watt.
And I don't think he got no tick last season either.
Well, they had a bad
last episode
year.
You was talking about him. Last episode.
You probably take JJ Watt for the star power.
Nah. Actually, Cat was talking about their tight end.
Right. No. Right. He was.
Oh, I was talking on Njoku.
Yeah.
Well, Bradley Chubb's over there too. So I mean.
Yeah. So
that's the Broncos.
No, I know who. You said he wanted. Oh, you said he wanted Myles Garrett.
The
I thought you said Von Miller. Yeah, sorry, my bad.
They got the tackle Ogujabi. That's
he's a tackle. I thought he was an end.
No, he a tackle. On the end, they got Olivier Vernon.
And Myles
Garrett. Oh yeah, Olivier is opposite of
and Adrian Claiborne as his backup, but Larry Ogujabi
is the nose tackle.
Yeah.
I don't really care where JJ go.
But Carson Wentz.
Yeah, who cares? Carson Wentz.
Colts.
Yeah, traded for a couple of picks, and one of them is a compensatory pick, so it depends on how long he stays, how many games he starts. So it could be a first round pick.
If he plays 75% of the snaps for the season, it's conditional. If he plays more than 75%, they'll get it a first round pick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, basically.
So the Eagles done with him. Pittman, Drew had mentioned earlier. Pittman, number 11 on the Colts rookie wide receiver drafted this year, refuses to give Carson Wentz his number, and rightfully so.
Yeah. So who wins? To y'all, who wins this trade?
Pittman.
Eagles, Colts. Say Pittman.
Pittman. Period. Just keep his number.
I said a Colts win this trade.
Yeah.
I think so too. I mean, look, Carson Wentz is reunited with his offensive coordinator that literally made him almost an MVP, made him finish top 5 that year. Obviously with the catastrophic injury and then the Super Bowl not being him there. But yeah, I think he reunites with the coach that literally believed in him and got him to where he needed to be. So yeah, Colts win. I mean, Eagles, what are they going to do? Are they going to stick with Jalen Hurts? Or are they going to go out and go get another quarterback?
Yeah, I think
you know what they're going to do? And it's going to be ironic. They're going to go get the man, Andrew Luck.
You think so?
Football.
Nah.
Yo, imagine.
Technically, if Andrew Luck comes back, but if Andrew comes back, he's owned by the Colts. The Colts have to trade him. How funny would that be?
You sure?
Oh yeah, 100%. It's just like what happened with Gronk. They have his rights.
If he comes back after his contract is done, the Colts will still have some rights to him, where they can move him, but he's automatically goes back to the team that he was dealing with.
Yep.
You don't go to free agency. And then they probably trade Carson Wentz ass. Shit.
Probably.
Yeah.
That's even worse.
That shit be dirty. How you
Carson Wentz just walked into the building and shit.
Yeah.
Say, oh, Andrew back.
Sit right,
Yo,
here's your bags. Here's your plane ticket. You out.
Yo, you getting ready for camp real quick? If someone tapping on the show, I'm not gonna lie.
Nah, cuz.
He gets a custom blue camo arm sleeve, and he's like, "Listen, sorry, you're gonna go play for the Bears now. You better go get an orange."
No, how fucked that be? He had a good game the week before and shit. He coming happy. Motherfuckers like, yo, we just saw Andrew and shit. That nigga gonna be sick. That nigga gonna be sick. Like, what?
Andrew should fuck with him on purpose. He should just pull up. Like,
hey, just to say what's up. Yeah.
Andrew riding around in the golf cart and shit.
Yes.
Hey, come here.
You might fuck around and do that. That's not just because that's his intention. He's just gonna pull up one day, chilling with the owner, and everybody's like, oh, shit. It'll be worse. He pull up and Carson Wentz had like a terrible game. Everybody looking at like, fuck.
No, him and Luck and the owner come out of the office laughing and shit, holding shoulders. Wentz coming out of the locker room and shit. That shit be funny as hell.
Like, yo, Luck, remember when you used to like throw the ball? He used to say something like, remember that? Like, remember when you caught like, so he'd do some petty shit, like you used to always find TY down the field or something like that.
No, y'all remember on Hangover when the first Hangover when they was doing the taser gun and when the fat shorty went up and how they looked at each other and walked at each other. I'd be Luck and Wentz and shit looking at each other in slow mo and shit. Like, yeah, nigga, I'm taking this job right back. But hey, we'll see what Coach do. I don't know. Andrew Luck definitely come back because I'd rather see you play than Carson Wentz.
And they doing Jalen dirty.
Like, you say they doing?
Yeah,
they already.
I mean, he's got no receivers.
They said Alshon is not coming back. They said Deshaun is not coming back. Yeah. I don't even know who the third guy is.
Jalen Ragar. Jalen Ragar, and then Arciega Whiteside. Is that the other one?
That don't even sound like a good player.
They missed on some receivers.
And they don't got money neither, so the Eagles is fucked right now.
The Eagles got that
$3 million dead cap.
Look, they got the monkey off their back, and if I'm an Eagles fan, I'm just chilling, letting the wave
ride. They got Jalen. They got their ring. They got Travis Fulgham. They got JJ Arciega Whiteside.
Arciega Whiteside, yeah.
Listen, they might as well say, Jalen, get ready to run the fucking ball. Every fucking time.
Well, they still got the two solid tight ends. They got
Ertz wants out. Yeah, Ertz wants out. Yeah, that's already been.
Goddard is nice. I like him.
They still
Gallard.
have
Goddard. It's Goddard.
Whatever nigga name is.
Anyway,
we're gonna see. But I think Jalen Hurts earned his spot. So
yeah.
They said it's gonna be a QB competition though.
Since we have Dicap,
they said they're gonna bring in somebody.
They're gonna probably bring somebody else in. Yeah. Bring in Ryan Fitzpatrick.
That's trash.
Ryan Fitzpatrick might be good.
If Fitzpatrick come to the
he's gonna take that starter job.
But I'm saying that's unfair because any team Fitzmagic on, I want to see him start.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's like
there's Robin Lundberg who hosts a bunch of New York radio shows that I used to listen to it back in the day, and I started getting back into him. He has this really, really funny take on Ryan Fitzpatrick. He goes, so if your quarterback is better than Ryan Fitzpatrick, you're in good shape. If your quarterback is worse than Ryan Fitzpatrick, you're in bad shape. If your quarterback is Ryan Fitzpatrick, you better be looking for another quarterback. Again, like, he's not like dissing Fitzpatrick. He's just saying like he's not the guy to take you to the promised land.
Right.
Is Fitzmagic Hall of Fame?
In my opinion, yes. In my opinion, yes, dude. Like the longevity of his career and his up and his down.
He ain't gonna never get there, but he's gonna be one of the greatest football stories.
Where his leadership.
He will be a legend. He will be a legend. Yeah,
he'll
be a legend. He probably gonna do some commentating with the long beard and shit, like be a personality.
Sick, bro.
But he'll be one of those legends where it's like he ain't a Hall of Famer, but we all gonna remember Fitzmagic and what he bring. And he gonna fucking brand that shit. He gonna trademark that shit. He gonna have a
Harvard grad, baby.
whole little show, Fitzmagic, some type of shit after.
Word, I forgot Fitzmagic was a Harvard grad.
Yeah, Harvard grad, baby. Smart guy. Mad kids too. Got like 15 kids.
He got more than
no. Fitz Philip Rivers has
Philip Rivers. More. Well, Camardi got a bunch of them motherfuckers.
A lot of them are legitimate, and some of them may or may not be illegitimate.
So what, Antonio
that's
Camardi?
What it is. Camardi's kids, yeah. He's got like 32. No, 23. 23.
Man, so many bitches come to Camardi and say he just be like, come on, like,
yeah, whatever, man.
I believe you shit. Fuck it.
How much you need? Yeah, fuck it.
Right. What he doing right now? He claiming them all on his taxes. Shit.
Right. Yeah, hell yeah.
Well, he had a reality show last year. I don't know what happened to it.
Yeah, it was on what, Bravo or something stupid.
Yeah,
like
one of those channels, E or Bravo, one of those
channels.
Yeah. So
that shit must come on the same channel as what's that show y'all be watching?
90 Day.
90 Day Beyonce.
Yo, don't disrespect 90 Day.
90 Day is lit.
All right. I'm gonna sidetrack a little bit. Listen, you gotta get Discovery Plus. You gotta watch.
I've been debating.
No, dude, you gotta do it. Bears Ball is fucking awesome. They have the singles game now. Now they have they have the couples game, which is fire, and then now they have Single Life with Colt.
I saw the first episode.
It's Colt. It's some. I don't even.
The all white bitch that was fucking with the Indian dude.
Okay. Yeah, oh my god, that girl is definitely TikTok locked and ready to rock.
Yeah, Molly. They got Molly on there.
Molly's on there. Molly out there doing her thing. And then
she got a nigga from New York.
Yo, John, I have no clue what's going on.
You gotta watch it. I'm telling you, it is comedy. It is straight.
The shit is joke. The show is joke.
Catcher got 7 kids. Phil Rivers has 9, and Cromartie got 10. So that's the number between them.
10 he claiming. 10 that he actually claiming.
Yeah.
But
last thing I had on the NFL. Good news for us. MetLife. Thank you, Governor of New Jersey. We are allowed to have on March 1st. MetLife is open. 15% capacity.
Hey, another thing. New York arenas are open. Barclays Center and Madison Square Garden are open.
Yeah, the Knicks have fans tonight.
Yeah, and the Nets had fans at their game too.
Yeah, Golden State and Knicks doing Sacramento. Yeah, 10% capacity. So we're lit for NBA.
Hold on, what's that mean for season ticket holders? Is that the
they get first dibs probably?
I mean, probably get first.
But a lot of season ticket holders like just go on StubHub and like SeatGeek and all that shit and like
they sell it.
Resell Ticketmaster. They resell their tickets. They don't even want to go.
Yeah,
you can buy tickets. I bet you I could buy tickets right now if I looked it up.
Also, in honorable mentions, congratulations to Pat Mahomes and his wife. They are expecting.
Congrats!
A youngin.
His wife I thought the baby was born.
Oh, okay. So the baby was born. Congratulations.
Is it a boy or a girl?
I think it's a girl.
It's a mulatto.
Girl.
No, I'm just playing. But
it's extra mulatto, right? Because
he's
already half white.
Yeah.
So it's mostly white. That's a mostly white baby.
Yeah, that's a mostly white baby.
Because you don't want to get flat.
there's a whole white baby.
Right, that's a whole white baby. That's a whole white baby.
Yo,
that baby about
conversation.
That baby about 10% black. But also, congratulations to Naomi Osaka. She just won the Australian Open.
All right, yeah, good for her. Good for her.
She's said to be the new face coming. We'll get into that next in our next segment. But anything else in honorable mentions? Yes, no, maybe so.
Adrian Broner won his first fight in like 3 years.
I was surprised you. I was about to say, Cat, what the boxing at? Yeah. Like I know some fights happen.
AB won his first. I had my I was gonna wait for Marquee to talk about boxing, but Adrian Broner won. I'm not gonna lie, I watched the whole fight. I talked to Johnny about it.
How you look?
He looked like he didn't fight in 2 years.
Right.
And he had to lose 40 pounds. But the scores came back. I know y'all don't really watch boxing that much, but the one score came back as 117 to 110, which basically meant that Adrian won almost every round. If you watch the fight,
it didn't look like it.
Honestly, I thought Adrian won, me being honest, but I thought he won by like 3 rounds.
Split decision. So you think it should have been split?
I thought it should have been at least closer to 117.
I'm not gonna lie, Dev. When they said unanimous, I thought they were.
I thought they robbed him. I thought they was gonna rob him.
They said unanimous decision. The winner by unanimous decision. I'm like, oh shit. AB
but you must clip in the post-fight interview with Adrian Broner. He went
my God.
What he said
when he walks up,
hot bottles,
when
cash
he
check,
hold on.
have sex.
No, see, hold on. You got it. That was out of context. First off, he walks up. He could see the who Steve Farhood is. He scorecards every fight.
Right.
He sees the scorecard. He said, "This motherfucker got
keep that off, so I knew it was gonna be tough. But
he said,
I came in and I got the job done. And when I came up here, I seen that Farhood had me losing. See, that's why I don't fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with you though. Like you my homie.
I came in here with $13 to my name, and I just cashed out for $13 million.
It's lit.
Shit.
He like it's lit.
Then that was cash checks, pop bottles, cash checks, and have sex. Yeah. That's what he said he's gonna do for the weekend.
That's what he said he's gonna do for this week.
Come Monday, we gonna be
sure he had a lit weekend.
Yeah, his weekend was lit. All right, man. Congratulations to AB. We're gonna get into that's the end of Just in Case You Missed It. We're gonna get into Bag of the Trash now. I just spoke on it this past week. Naomi Osaka won the Australian Open. She has she's setting the record, and she's on pace to win the third most consecutive Opens out of any athlete. So even quicker than Serena. She don't have as many wins as Serena, but the pace that she's going, they're saying that at the end of her career, she will be that face that everybody's looking towards, the tennis star that have all the Opens, have all the records. She's moving at a very quick pace, and she's very young. So by the time her is all said and done, all goes well, she might be the face. So Bag of the Trash it. Kicking off to you first, Drew.
Mm-hmm.
Are you ready? Bag of the Trash it has Naomi Osaka dethrone Serena as the face of tennis. Bag it or trash it.
Dethrone her? I mean, like, I'm gonna say trash it, because you cannot actually. I mean, as of now, Serena's on the decline, she's on the incline, so you can kind of say, what do I want to say? Fuck it. No, I would trash it, because I would say Serena's legacy is cemented in tennis. You can't replace her. But as of now, of what they're doing right now, Serena's on the decline. So, and she's on the up because she's the next one up. So
right, but you trashing it.
But you just can't in tennis right now. They go remember Serena and Venus. Those are the two. Naomi can't replace that. To be actually, everybody's going to still remember Venus and Serena.
But comes to face at one point.
But again, I'm saying right. But I'm saying as of this moment, as of her recent win, has she replaced Serena? So Eddie, to you next. Has Naomi replaced Serena as the face of tennis?
In my eyes, no. But in the perspective and the grand scheme of things and the sports and just how things go naturally, we are victims of the moment, I think, just as a society, especially now with social media. So therefore, I am going to bag it. I mean, Naomi not only, and again, Serena paved the way for this. Let's get that. Yeah. Serena's the GOAT. I mean, to me, no matter what, because it's such an individual sport, and I don't think we give enough credit to the guys. I don't think we've really given enough credit to the guys on this podcast with Nadal and Federer and all those other guys. But this is an individual. You're out there by yourself. There's no one out there helping you. You don't have a linebacker to back you. You don't have a lineman to block you. You don't have a receiver to throw to. You don't have a third baseman to scoop up your mistake. You don't have an outfielder out there robbing home runs for you. You don't. It's just you by yourself. So by that regard, Serena is the GOAT, period, as far as women's tennis is concerned. As far as the face of tennis going forward, I mean, there's also a 16-year age gap between the two. Naomi being 23, Serena being 39. Drew was alluding to her on the incline, on the downcline. That's really not fair. because again, one of them is 23, the other one's 39. I mean, it's just that's
true,
life.
True.
Time is undefeated unless you're Tom Brady, apparently. Yeah, I mean, what she's been doing as an advocate of BLM, what she's been as an advocate for women, young women, mixed race women. Like, I mean, she fits all categories. And again, conquering the GOAT is a step in the right way. I mean, again, I don't want to keep making this reference to sports, but if the Chiefs would have won that Super Bowl, we'd be talking the same way about Patrick Mahomes as we are about Brady. You know what I mean? Like, well, look what he's done already, and he dethroned the GOAT. Yeah. Obviously, he didn't dethrone the GOAT, so that's what it is. Now this is a different conversation. Naomi dethroned the GOAT now. I mean, I'm sure Serena might get a vengeance game here or there. But going forward, as the
time Naomi beat Serena, though.
I know this is
she beat Serena 3 times.
3 times, right? So again, they even proving my point even more.
It's 3-2.
They're gonna have more matches together. I'm assuming Serena got maybe 1 or 2 more years left in the tank. God knows what it's gonna be. But obviously, we don't want to see like the tail end of Serena where she's not even getting there. But yeah, I mean, as far as now, I think we have to bag the fact that she is now the new face of tennis. Period.
All right, John.
But
bag of the trash.
Serena's the GOAT.
I'm gonna bag it. Like how Ed mentioned Pat Mahomes and Tom Brady. Tom Brady is the GOAT, but when you think like Pat Mahomes is like the face of the news, so Naomi is the face now. Serena's the GOAT. So in Serena's case, when it comes to women's tennis, she'll be like the forever face. No one can replace what Serena has done in tennis. Yeah. Mm-hmm. No one. So, but Naomi has it right now. We're not saying she's greater than Serena, but as the face, she is the face right now. Obviously, Serena, everyone knows who Serena is. So if Serena was to retire, people will still talk about Serena because it's Serena. But as of right now, I will have to bag it because Naomi is taking steps in the right direction. She's beaten Serena 3 times. So it's like she beat the GOAT 3 times. Right. And she's building her own star status. She's not as big as Serena star-wise yet. Not yet, but she's on her way there. She's accelerating. But Serena's the forever face, and Naomi is the face right now. So that's why I'll bag it.
All right, Kat, bag of the trash.
I'm bagging it, and I think nobody really mentioned that when Serena did win, it was close.
Right.
This time when they played, Naomi won with straight sets. That means she did not lose any round in the match.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So she smoked her, and I felt like whenever they get like any type of like Asian athlete, they try to promote them a little bit more too, just for the fact that Asia is gonna back their people like with Yao Ming.
Right.
So when one of y'all said earlier, like she's not a big star like Serena, we don't know that. Like,
in America.
In
America, she might not be Serena, but in the world,
but I think she's on her way to be.
No,
right.
She could possibly be.
I just said that was me who just mentioned that. I said her star is accelerating. I don't think because you gotta look at it. Serena is also she's Team Nike, so they do a lot of promotion. I'm pretty sure that she has a lot of fans in China.
She got Nike, she got Gatorade commercials, she got all that. I'm assuming she's next.
Serena is.
Yeah.
You know?
But my point is like, for example, in boxing, Deontay Wilder was the guy, but Anthony Joshua probably was even more famous because he had a whole country behind him.
And that's when it comes to international athletes, they country stand behind them.
Exactly. They back them. So it's like that plays a little bit to her help too. Yeah. Whereas like Americans don't really do that.
Naomi's accelerated in this win after this really dominant win is gonna propel her even higher.
And then I was gonna say she has the game to back it up. Like she's really nice. And I love how she always, even with the trophy at the end, she had the Lakers join on, showing the Kobe.
Nah, she deep. She real deep. And she touched on a lot of stuff that's affecting everybody. But I'm going to trash it. And my reason being, because I look at it like, we're speaking of like Tom Brady and Pat Mahomes. It's the passing the torch. GOAT versus baby GOAT. I don't think nobody's a favorite against Serena yet. Whereas, like, so you see Pat Mahomes, Tom Brady. Tom Brady's the GOAT, but I think Pat Mahomes, because of what he's doing now, he was the favorite. Like, yes, it's the GOAT, but GOAT is meeting the new GOAT, and what his skills, this new GOAT has, is going to propel over the old GOAT. Serena is the face of tennis. She's one of the faces of sports, period, up there with Tiger Woods, up there with Kobe Bryant, up there with LeBron, up there with Michael Jordan. So whenever Serena's right as of now, and speaking just only of this moment, even with Naomi's win, I think if any matchup come, Serena gonna be the favorite until she's not the favorite. And I don't think we met that point where people are saying, even with an impressive win by Naomi, we still looking at Serena just bouncing back. She's just coming back. A lot of people gonna give Serena that just due, and I kind of give her that just due against anybody right now until, of course, we're seeing the mantle change and we're seeing the emergence of Naomi. But I still think if I'm putting my money on it, I'm taking Serena first.
I think a couple years ago, when was it? What was it like? It was like the big thing where when Naomi and Serena went off and Serena beat her.
Yeah, and she was crying.
Yeah.
I feel like that was the last time where Serena really was a favorite. Like, people was like, Naomi can't fuck with her. Yeah. I don't think that's a narrative no more. I think, especially after you beat her straight sets, I feel like people.
And that's what I'm saying. I don't think people saying that she can't fuck with her, because I don't think it's that type of conversation. I think people still feel, the majority will still feel like Serena is still the best in this sport. Regardless of her taking this L, when it comes down to it, Serena is still the best. Naomi is here, but Serena just got that little inch above her. Whereas we talked to Pat Mahomes, Brady, whereas like Brady's the GOAT. We know what Brady's done, but Pat Mahomes is here. And I think Naomi has yet to get right there yet. Like, she's right there, but it's not like
Pat and Tom. There's so many other factors that come into it because it's still team.
Right. And again, it's not a complete comparison. It's not it's not a fair comparison. I'm just saying, like, how we look at it is like, at that time where Phil and did so much, Tiger had became that guy where it was like, yo, Tiger is that guy. Everybody is playing catch up. I think Naomi is leading the catch up. She's the closest one. She's touching Serena neck. Even with her taking a win, Serena is still the guy or girl or whatever, the person when it comes to tennis.
Just like that woman.
That woman, again, right? That player.
No. That person, because to be honest with you, I can't even name a male tennis player that's nice now.
And you still got Federer, you got Nadal, and Federer still.
And Djokovic is still.
Yeah, Djokovic is.
But they're not.
But the men tennis, but the men tennis don't really demand the attention that the women's tennis do now. Like the women's tennis is where
the men don't. Never mind.
Not gonna say something dumb.
Not gonna say it.
I was about to take a major left turn, but we'll skip that turn on this.
All right, moving on, man. Moving on.
The smooth ride through this OSM.
All right, bag of the trash. Shut up.
Shut up, man. Stop.
I mean, that's all I'm saying.
They don't do the grunt right.
The grunts don't hit right.
All right, so the NBA, man, a lot of players with the NBA, a lot of players are speaking and being very vocal against the refs. The refs they just always calling fouls, always so quick to call a tech, like trigger happy. You look at it wrong. And we've seen through the past, like when my guy like Rasheed Wallace, he'll look at a ref, he get a T, like, and now it seems to be refs are like super trigger happy. We saw JJ Redick, who got teed out because he did like a spin ball at the ref, and the ref took offense to it, threw him out. And a lot of players are being vocal about like, yo, y'all gotta loosen the reins with these refs because they just like so quick to tee people up and it affects the game. So bag of the trash, you're going to you first, Cap. Bag of the trash, are the NBA refs too soft?
Trash it.
Trashing it.
Because in a packed arena, if I look at a ref and say, suck my dick, he might not really hear that.
He might just hear suck mine. That's it.
But in an arena with no fans,
right?
We don't know what these players be saying. They probably been wilding on the refs, and the refs like, you know what? We gonna fucking kick y'all out the game because, especially like with Draymond Green, you could tell Draymond saying some stuff.
Yeah.
Of course.
And when, as a man, you can't do nothing about it when somebody talking to you like that as a referee.
Right.
Yeah.
So they probably like,
yo, my kids is right there, Draymond. Like, yo.
Take off your whistle and
scrap. You gonna fight Draymond Green? No.
Well, remember that one ref wanted to fight Tim Duncan. What's his name? He wanted to fight Tim Duncan. He actually had beef with Tim Duncan.
Yeah, like that's
ballhead ref, the white ballhead ref.
Yeah, the old dude.
What's his name? That's LeBron's best friend.
Nah, you talking about the one that raced? You talking about the one that raced Charles Barkley?
Yeah, not Dick Bavetta. Dick Bavetta's the one who raced Charles Barkley.
No, not that one.
The one that the infamous.
Everybody hated him.
NBA ref, yeah.
Yeah, but
I can't think of his name.
That's why I trash it because we really don't know what they've been saying to the refs, and I feel like the dynamic of there not being no fans in the room do change it a lot.
Yeah,
because
Joey Crawford is the ref.
Yeah,
Joey Crawford. Oh my God, Joey Crawford. Yeah. He wanted to fight Tim Duncan.
Yeah.
Yo, Timmy would have. I wish he would have fought him.
Tim Duncan be doing MMA and shit too.
Word, yeah. He be having the braids with braids now.
Got dreads.
All right, John. Bag of the trash.
I'm gonna trash it for like the same reason Cap said, but obviously NBA has in itself, the league has gotten softer, so they ref what is mandated to them by the league, you know?
Yeah.
So the league tells them to cut this out, don't allow this and stuff like that. So you can't blame the refs. They don't create what is supposed to, the league tells them you can't let this happen, that and that. Especially, and also teams complain all the time. So the league comes down on the refs, and so the refs have to do what they have to do. But it's clear, like, it's an empty arena, and I know people in the heat of the moment playing balls talking crazy, like especially you don't get a call, and then you go down the court, some bullshit call happens. I know they're talking crazy, and the refs like, all right.
And when the bubble was happening, like the NBA League Pass joint I had, they didn't have time to bleep stuff.
Yeah.
Oh no, definitely not.
You would hear the players like,
"Oh yeah,
shut the fuck up," or like they would say stuff and they can't even bleep it quick enough. Like,
yeah, you gotta look at it. There's no fans. There's nothing. They can play the music as loud as they want. It's still they're gonna be
it ain't. Yeah, you can still
you're pumping all that fake crowd noise. It's so lame anyway.
They try to pump the fake crowd.
Yo, ref, that's some clicky ass call. Like, why the fuck would you? Trash talk the ref. And the ref's like, what?
Look, let's not lie. These players call these grown ass men who probably have children and wives and a family that go, hey, look, let's watch this Blazers Nuggets game just to see, dad, referee this game. And you're like, yo, you a fucking bitch. Like, I'll feel some type of way too.
Right.
It's like, yo, dad, you really let Melo call you a bitch, dad? Like, yo, come on, man. Like, what's wrong with you?
All right, so
it's ego. So I will trash it. I'm gonna agree with John and agree with Cap, but I will, obviously to Cap's point and to John's point, but I want to elaborate a little bit more on John's point, where it's like, listen, like, you guys wanted these calls, you know what I mean? Like, if you call, like, we all know that one guy on the court on pickup basketball that always calls fouls on everything, right? And a lot of these players always think they get fouled. I just watched an air ball get called for a foul in this Denver-Portland game right now. Like, and they ended up overturning it. But again, it's just like, little stuff like that. It's like when you complain about every call, again, back to even what Dicap said back when we did the Super Bowl pod. You know, when a GOAT calls out like, yo, like when we do slants, like this is what happens, look out for it, call it. You know what I mean? Like if LeBron goes, you know, hey, you know, Jamal Murray travels when he takes to the paint, it's like they're gonna be watching that. So of course they're gonna again so it's a little bit more of the they don't want it, they feel disrespected because it is louder and they can't hear everything. And a part of it too is that it's like you guys created this NBA. This is look, the NBA is very, very good about being for the players, right? And letting the players kind of like do their thing with the help of the owners and with the help of the league and with the help of the commissioner. But at the same time, it's just like, well, this is the league you created. Like you created this soft league, like where you got guys that played in the 90s going, man, Jordan would have scored 100 on them. Right. You know what I mean? Like the Barkley says he would have won 6 rings. You know what I mean? Like it's stuff like that.
Jordan would have played with 3 fingers.
Yep. Listen, don't knock the 3 fingers. JPP got a Super Bowl with the 3 fingers. But
JPP
you know,
out there like this.
Two like that? Or
he like just one.
He lost his fingers after the first. He won the Super Bowl with the Giants.
Yeah, that's when
he playing with the fireworks with his dumb ass.
He celebrated like
Side note: I was watching Bussin' with the Boys, and Teller Lewan said they was doing joint practices, and JPP hit him with a move, and then he was like, "Damn, you caught me." He said, "Yeah," and I did that with 7.5.
Yo, another JPP story again. Leonard Fournette was on. What was he on? He was on Part of My Take, and he was like, the JPP, Leonard Fournette dropped the ball, and JPP was like, oh yeah, like I got better hands than you, and I only got 7 fingers. So JPP just like uses the fact that he only has
because he got a club. He got that shit wrapped up like a club. He gotta be hitting motherfuckers with. Like,
no, he does the gloves now. I mean, JPP got like 4 fucking picks this year.
Did he?
He got hands.
He pat with that and cuts it with the other hand.
He got hand and fingers, but he got hand.
He do that. He got hand. He pat it and then catch it with the other hand. But word Drew, bag of the trash out. Our NBA refs too soft.
I can see both ways because I want to say bag it because if you calling text for no reason, like I can say like you're kind of soft in that way. Like let them fuck it.
What take makes you feel like you want to go with? Just go with that.
I want to say move it. I want to say bag it because
I'm not saying move it. I feel like
wrap it up, B. Wrap it up.
Oh no, I'm not saying that. I feel like he wants to bag it, but he's just like he's like
right.
If you want to bag it,
I want to bag it.
Get behind
just
your
feelings, all feelings.
Because some of the texts be unwarranted, in my opinion. Because some of the texts be unwarranted, in my opinion. Like you gotta like fucking let this shit play. You can't be calling text on every fucking like dumb foul. Like tech calls like is mainly like I can understand some are on the players and shit, but like most of it is on the refs. Like you're calling bullshit calls, so like, and I can see that.
I can say there's also been cases of bad texts, even with the crowd and without the crowd. There's just refs look at players that have reputations of talking crazy. They just react faster than when the players that does happen, but
and just piggybacking on what John was saying, I'm gonna trash it, but I do see a lot when a player has a reputation or a rep trying to like show authority. They do some little pussy shit at times. Like again with the JJ Redick thing that just happened with JJ, like he got a foul and he bounced the ball like towards the ref and they like went right past the ref and ref tacked him out and shit like. And he's like, yo,
I didn't like how he threw the ball.
Right. He didn't. Right. It was like, I didn't like your face when you threw the ball at me. Like, and JJ, like,
why the fuck you threw the ball at me like that?
That's pussy shit.
But what if
that's a dude that never had no friends in high school got picked on in high school?
Throwing the ball and at the same time said, "I'm about to fuck your daughter tonight."
Well, I ain't see his mouth. I ain't see his mouth.
Hey, JJ is from Duke, and I'll leave it there.
They're very educated young men. I mean, they did some wild shit in the past, but you know.
I'm not saying he didn't play lacrosse.
Well, but I'm saying Duke got some history of doing some wild shit. But I'm just saying that based on what I saw on TV, that tech was unwarranted because he passed the ball to him. He didn't throw it to him. He bounced past it. And the ref took offense to it. I don't know, again, what JJ might have said. Like JJ probably be like, bitch ass, and then like bounced it. And I don't know. I didn't hear that. But
yeah, but it's
some of the techs and again, the league, like you said, is the refs, they ref to what the league standards are. So
look,
can't really blame
NBA coaches, NBA refs need to chill out because. So what always does get picked up? I know you guys don't watch a lot of baseball, but baseball players be going in on umpires, like hard on umpires.
Like, that's like my favorite part of it.
Like
part of baseball.
It doesn't all get picked up. I mean, John Boy Media, that dude, he does like all these like breakdowns where he like when you watch those videos.
But this season, this season you heard everything.
Oh yeah,
this last season you heard everything.
Yeah. I mean, especially the Dominican players that get called out on strikes and like, mira, hijo de puta, coño.
Yeah, I find that funny how baseball allows that. Like they allow players to go chest to chest with the
word.
Like bump, like
if
you get ejected.
If I'm an umpire, I'm putting my hand out. I'm gonna be like, yo, here, hold on.
Yo, 6 feet.
Yo, give me mine.
Anybody know how much they get paid compared to NBA refs?
I'm pretty sure they get
Google that.
They get NBA contracts.
It could be the same amount or slightly more.
They get NBA contracts.
If they getting paid.
So MLB. My.
And you see the contracts.
As a rookie umpire, you get $150,000, and then if you're an umpire like Joe West, who's a senior umpire, you get $450,000, and then NBA. Let's do that. NBA,
that shit about to be like
referee
50K.
No. So on average, they make $35,000, but an annual salary of $500,000. So about the same.
When you work 50 years.
When you work a long time. Joey Crawford probably had that.
Entry level
at half a mil.
NBA refs is a long way from umpire.
Right.
I'm about to be an umpire, man. Fuck this podcast. I'm out.
Umpires get to sit around. NBA refs got to jog up and down the court all game.
Yeah, where they just chill with a mask on. They get hit with baseball. Sometimes they get hit in the nuts. They'll be all right.
All right, moving on.
Before we move on, talking about refs, and Johnny watched it too. Yo, during the Adrian Broner, talking about people who got reputations. Yo, the ref was that was the worst reffing I've ever seen against a fighter.
That's a tough job though, too.
But listen,
being a ref in boxing is tough.
Like if you watched a boxing fight before, it was different. Reffing was different.
It was disrespectful. Like, boxers and fighters, they talk to their corner during the fight the whole time. Yeah. He was telling Adrian Broner,
stop talking to word.
He was literally not stop talking. He said, shut up and be professional. And Adrian, Adrian's fighting. He's like, I'm fucking you up. Like getting in his own head, trying to motivate himself.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
And he's like, Adrian, you need to shut up. Ooh. At one point, he goes to break them up. And the kid Santiago, he kept like putting his glove behind Broner. And hitting him, which everybody does.
Yeah, everybody does it.
So Adrian goes to like push him, but when he pushes him, he pushes him with the forearm, which all vets do.
Ref said, "Hey, stop it!"
No, the ref grabs him, and like pulls him back and says, "I'm stronger than you, bro."
What?
I was like, "What?
Who's the ref on that fight?"
He's a guy that he refs a lot of fights, but I was like, I don't think I've ever heard a referee say some shit like that.
What are you trying to prove?
Exactly. And then it was just, ask Johnny. At one point, Adrian was like, yo, why you keep saying something to me and not to him? And he's like, shut up and be professional. I was like, I wasn't feeling that. It felt...
again, that's probably one of those reputation things where AB he like
being who he is.
Yeah, being who he is. Oh, I'm gonna set him straight. He ain't gonna pull that shit with me, type of shit. But that's
because there's no crowd, so you hear everything.
And you heard everything.
Yeah, that's some weak ass shit. But moving on to back in the trash, we spoke about NBA All-Star Day. and we discussed the starters and the reserves. Kind of mentioned it already, but bagging the trash it, John and you, did the NBA get the All-Star game starters correct? Starters correct. Bagging the trash.
I'm gonna trash it. They didn't get the starters. Dame should have started. Dame should have started for the West.
Yeah.
Like
over
Luka. Luka's team is obviously Luka's having a phenomenal year, but Luka
just had some clutch shots today. I don't know if you caught that
having
game.
A phenomenal year, but obviously Mavs is not doing as good as Portland, and Portland has injuries he's dealing with. So Dame is really carrying Portland, and Portland's like top 4, top 5 in the West, somewhere around there, top 4, top 5. So that record is clearly better than Dallas, and Dame is killing. So I feel like Dame should have been the starter, and Luka should have been the
Can't go next.
The reserve. But I could say is Luka is one of the players that is very popular, and they're trying to push him amongst us. So they're trying to push his brand.
Yeah, definitely.
So I think that's one starter. I think in the East I got them all right. Embiid's having a phenomenal season. He's having an MVP caliber year, and Sixers #1 in the East. So 5 in the East, outside Bradley Beal, who has been
cooking.
killing.
Yeah, he's been cooking though.
His team has currently on a 5-game winning streak, but other than that, his team has been struggling. But he's putting up like 30 a game, so I guess you got to put him there. Harden would have been the starter if he would have started the season with Brooklyn.
Yeah,
he didn't. He came in like 2-3 weeks after, and B already put his resume for the East, so that's why Harden didn't get the starting job. But I think the East got it right, and the West got it wrong this year.
All right, Drew, bag of the trash it.
I'ma say bag it because John forget one crucial part. The fans votes the starters in. It's not the reserves where the coaches do it. The fan votes the starters in. So in all actuality, it's a popularity contest. The fan get to choose the starters.
Okay, now back to my point about countries backing their athletes.
And I was gonna say that. I was gonna say that.
Yeah.
Luka has an entire country voting for him.
Mm-hmm. And again, when international stars in the NBA period, when they get a good one, they push them.
Yeah.
Yao Ming made the All-Star team a little bit too much. Let's just say that.
But Yao was nice though.
Yao
was nice.
He was nice, but there was other centers.
They probably as a starter, he probably made it a little bit too.
Yao was like 2010 his rookie year, and he made the All-Star game as a rookie.
If it was
because he had China behind him.
He did.
He was created in the lab.
Averaging 20 and 10 is no small feat.
That's why I'm saying that's why I say Zoe. I mean, that's why I say Melo.
So in the fact that Luka is as a starter, that's because people voted Luka in as a starter.
Hold on,
the reserves are voted by coaches, and
you see what's happening?
Oh, not averaging 20 and 10 though.
What happened?
Hmm?
You was talking earlier about Shumpert and Roberson.
Yeah, they all got cut.
They just got
cut.
Yeah.
Roberson, I just saw him playing.
Roberson, Shump, and Noah Vonleh got cut.
Damn.
They don't no defense.
Brooklyn about to sign somebody. That's why they're about to get somebody for the vet minimum.
Yo, Roberson was just playing. Shump was on the side dapping up with KD, but Roberson was actually playing.
How you do that? You at the game and it's like right after, like, yo.
That's what we talking about last week. Like, man, that shit be bogus how they be doing the players. Like, damn, bro. I just saw on ESPN.
No, I'm not gonna lie. I need y'all to hand in them key cards. I'm wish y'all the best. That's fucked up.
All right, Ed, bag of the trash it. Did they get it correct?
I feel like this question is now turned into bag of the trash. Should Luka or go ahead?
Quick thing to Drew. Also, I understand your point about the fans, but the fans could get it wrong too sometimes. The fans.
I know, but we asked, did the NBA get it wrong? It's not the NBA's choice.
That's true.
The stars are.
That's true.
Yeah, it kind of is. Mm-hmm. They can alter whatever they alter.
If you really think about it.
You don't think they have control over the servers and they can choose to decide what votes they want to show or not.
But it's the All-Star game.
It's been
saying just controlled by the fans.
Like 2.9 and Luka got 3.3. They broke it down as fans, players, and coaches, but the fan has like the heavy.
You said Dame got what?
2.9.
Had 2.9 and Luka had 3.3.
Luka had 3.3.
Right, so
the fans, they said the fans was the tiebreaker because it's fans, the players vote, and then the media. The players.
That's for the starters.
Dame had the players and the media, but Luka had the fans.
All right, Ed, you got the floor. Bag of the trash.
Like I said, I feel like the question has changed now. Like, should it be Luka or should it be Dame? So bag of the trash. Did they get Luka or Dame? Like, should they swap Luka and Dame?
Yeah, I said. If you feel like someone should have been starting in the East, you could go with that too.
No, I mean, I think, like I said, I think the East is right. Obviously, we're talking about starters. We kind of touched on this a little bit when we did, in case you missed it, when we talked about the All-Star and the reserves and how my boy Devin Booker got played. Man, like, unfortunately, I think this is the first time in the podcast history, so we might have to record this. I'm going to agree with Drew. I think they did get it right. I think Luka should be starting. Like I said, and again, I'm the biggest victim of the moment. I literally just watched Luka drill 2 fucking threes to fucking shut these dudes up. And again, we talked about Luka emerging as like the point guard of the West during his bubble season. We wouldn't shut up about Luka for a bit. So he's here, and I think he's here to stay. Look, I'm not taking anything away from Dame at all. I think Dame, if he played on the East, he would start. But as long as Luka's there, I don't think he's going to for the foreseeable future. As long as Luka keeps this pace.
Yeah. And I'm going to trash it. And here's why I'm trashing it. I've said this before on this pod. In the NBA, when it comes to superstars, when it comes to superstars, it's not only skill, it's popularity, it's brand. All that shit plays a part of it. And unfortunately for Dame, he playing Portland. Luka.
So you're gonna bag it though.
So wrong. Listen to me. Okay. I'm trashing it. I agree that Luka should be starting, but I say Zion should be starting fucking too. And that's why I trash it. Because Zion is a star. Joker is boring. So put Joker on the bench. I know Joker is the Joker. Zion should be starting. And that's where it should be. Luka, Steph, LeBron, Kawhi, and Zion. Starting 5. Star power. That's what we're talking about. Star power. All-star game. Star power. Zion should be in the start. That's what I'm saying. So trashing off the strength of that. That's what I'm talking about.
Decap, say your answer because there's some bullshit.
I'm gonna trash it because I did think Dame was a starter. Short and simple.
Bet. Okay. Moving on. Back to the trash it. Now, I thought this shit came from Kev. Well, I'm here. It came from Cap. Video went viral of DK Metcalf doing the through the legs dunk in local YMCA somewhere and shit. We all know DK a beast, athletic motherfucker. So the question is, came from you, right, Cap? This come from you. So coming from Cap, going to you first. Bag of trash it. Is DK Metcalf the most athletic athlete of today?
Bag it.
Bagging it.
Because when me and Kev was having this conversation, we was having this argument, somebody said that Usain Bolt can run faster than DK Metcalf. I said, this is true.
Right. Yeah, he can run faster than anyone in the world.
Hold on. But DK is 20 pounds heavier than him and can still probably lift with somebody like Aaron Donald. And can still jump with somebody like Donovan Mitchell. And probably could fight with somebody like Errol Spence.
I ain't trying to fight that nigga.
As a complete athlete, I don't think I've ever seen somebody as athletic as him since maybe Calvin Johnson. And with that being said, Calvin was not as strong as this kid.
Mm.
I really think that he could probably go and play any sport and be a superstar. Like
LeBron James says he can.
Okay.
I don't know about that.
This to put this in perspective,
All right.
DK weighs more than Luke Kuechly.
Okay.
And can run as fast as John Ross.
So you said he can play both sides of the field. Switch him over.
Imagine him playing Cam Chancellor position.
Football, but as a complete athlete, you're talking about a different
all right, so Drew,
sport.
go. Drew, bag of the trash since you out there.
So he's 6'4", 299.
I'm just saying, like, I'm gonna trash it. I mean, like, you're athletic, but I can't say you're the most athletic athlete because to be a most athletic athlete, I'm thinking of like playing a different sport. Like we all see the 360 dunk. Like I've seen that shit too. But if you really think he can probably play basketball, like let's say with like some of these Allstars, I probably think not.
No. That's where you miss. You're saying the question wrong, Drew. I'm not saying he's skilled enough to play basketball. I'm saying he's the most athletic.
Right.
Like, of course, Russell Westbrook is athletic enough to play football. Do I think that he would have the skill set to play defensive back? No.
Probably not. He get burned.
But as an athlete, I don't think that nobody is more athletic than DK Metcalf to be that big, strong, fast with the abilities that he has.
All right, so Drew say he trashing it. Ed, what are you doing?
So the question is he the most athletic athlete today or
right today? I'm saying today.
So I just
ain't fucking with Brandon Davis.
Look, I'm just saying, I'm saying, like, because again, I'm going back, like, I was thinking back to, like, you look at, like, as crazy as it sounds, like, you look at a guy like, in the wrestling community, Rob Van Dam, right? I mean, the dude literally does jujitsu, does it all. I mean, he can do splits, he can move, I know it's wrestling and it's all scripted, but I mean, the dude was athletic. And then, I look at athletes today, OBJ, as much as I hate him, I mean, the dude can dunk. He's small, he's got a small frame. But he's clearly athletic as a wide receiver. He's got the acrobatics of a ballerina. He can also dance like one too.
He got a little soccer skill too.
He's got soccer skills to him too. But
everything you naming is skills.
Okay, I get that. But what the only other person that I'm going to say this, and I know I'm going to sound like I know Dev's not going to like this, but Dicap, you mentioned height and weight. I'm going to talk about a guy who is 6'7", 282 pounds, and can move, and has speed, and is athletic, and could have played football, but decided to play baseball instead because he liked the one-on-one competition, and that's Aaron Judge. So I don't think it's fair. Look, I know DK is this raw, muscular, just sheer talented dude. I'm not taking anything away from him. I just think it's hard to say he's the most athletic.
Aaron Judge is Dominican. They don't play nothing but baseball.
I'm just saying he's a big dude, and he can run.
Do you think Aaron Judge could run a 4.2?
I don't think. I think he's quick. I think he's quick.
Do you think he can jump 38 inches?
I think he can jump 38 inches because he's almost 38 inches himself.
Right. Right. He's not jumping 38 inches.
I'm just saying he doesn't need to. All he needs to do is put his hand up and go like this. He's 6'7", 282, and he's got legs. Another part of he's very acrobatic. I mean, look, the only slight that I will say on Judge is that he does get hurt often. Mm-hmm. But because he's putting it all out there just like DK, where he's just like running into walls, he's not going to care.
I just thought about it. It really hit me. The answer to this question is really.
And again, personally, in my opinion, I think we can all agree on this. One of the hardest things to do in sports, period, is to fucking hit a baseball. Period. Like, I don't care who you think you are. You're not hitting a 98-mile-an-hour ball coming at your face.
That is skill.
He's saying that's skill.
Okay, I get that's skill.
Just look at how high he can jump, how fast he can run, and how
he like just look at the attributes. He like look at the attributes.
I'm also how fast he can run, how big he is with how fast he is. I'm sure he's how strong he is. How strong he is. Aaron Judge, very strong. How high he can jump. I mean, we've seen him rob home runs. And then the other part that I think we're missing out on here is how big his arm is. The dude's got a fucking cannon. Like, so go ahead, literally John, a cannon.
Because you got a perfect answer. I want to hear what it is.
I'm about to forecast. I think John is going to say Patrick Mahomes.
I'm gonna trash it though. The most athletic athlete right now is Zion. Yeah, crazy. Is Zion.
Zion barely looked like he could run.
Yo, he could run. He just be chilling.
He'd run like this.
Zion can run.
Doofy looking ass.
All right, he just run.
Okay, John, how many times do you think Zion could put up 225 on a bench?
I think he could do it. I think he could do that.
I'm sure he can bench 225, but I would maybe say 7 times.
I don't know. I think Zion can do it. Zion is the athlete right now. Zion.
John, you 7-0 with me. You win. You 7-0.
I think Zion's the most athletic athlete right now.
I think Aaron Gordon is more athletic than Zion Williamson.
Nah.
Bungees, like what you speed?
He doesn't run faster than Zion.
I'm saying, but you talking. And the reason I thought John was gonna do some digging and say Pat Mahomes.
Oh, I say Pat Mahomes.
But originally, when I approached this question, I was thinking like where Cal was saying like more skill. Where I was like, well, Pat Mahomes, Russell Wilson, like these players that could do everything. But when you talking about,
you're talking straight athlete. I think
right. But I'm talking that, but. Talking about straight athlete, being a big built dude, like it's neck and neck. But I'm gonna go with Zion because I think Zion, like when you say bungees, and again, I take in consideration what the sport that DK picked, whereas Zion don't have to lift as much as DK do.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
So like if Zion really wanted to. I think
John,
he could do
since
what
you're on your
DK
phone, Johnny,
does.
How much do Zion weigh?
Zion's like 280, but I'll go Zion, Williamson.
I would bet money that if Zion and DK.
Zion is 6'7", 284.
If they had a race.
Listed.
And DK gave him 15 yards and they had to run 100 yards. DK still wins.
I agree with that.
I actually agree with that, but I agree with that because of
Did Zion do a draft combine? See what his vertical was.
I think he could. Yeah, he did the NBA draft, but I think
stronger and jumps higher. That's just me.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I think for what their sport is, DK, of course, can. Yeah,
they don't need to train. Decap. I think the point that you're missing is that, like, again, we're talking about athletes in different sports, and they don't have to do the things that DK has to do.
Right.
But like, again, nobody run as fast as DK on the football field. The basketball court is shorter, shorter, so you're not gonna see him running like as fast.
The flash of speed.
Like
you're not gonna see that Buda Baker chase down in football or baseball. Period. The closest thing you'll see is a guy that drags from left center and then from left field and goes all the way to left center or even center.
DK is 40 and a half.
They call him off.
40 and a half. Mm-hmm, he wasn't trained to play basketball. That's what y'all just told me.
Right. But again,
I'm going to play football.
No.
You just said DK shows
No, I was talking about in certain. No, I'm saying in certain skills. Well, vertical, like jumping, is a part of football. Jumping is a part of basketball.
I think,
but flash speed ain't really a part of basketball. Where I don't think Zion has ever had to consistently run full speed, whereas DK had. I don't think he had the lift as much as DK. So I feel like if Zion was put in that position, he can do it.
I don't think so.
And he can learn.
Let's talk about somebody else. Let's talk about somebody else in DK's sport. Aaron Donald, 6'1", 284, pure muscle.
I was gonna say Aaron Donald strength. Yes, he could compete with him.
He's not gonna jump with him, but I think you give Aaron Donald the baseball bat. I think
that's skill. That's still skill. That's skill.
But I'm saying you put. I think you put Aaron Donald in baseball. I think he's still a good athlete. I think you put him in basketball. I think he's still a good athlete.
Ed, perfect example. If we had a decathlon, and we're talking about athletes that are not Olympians, I do not see Zion beating DK in a decathlon.
No shot. Yeah, no shot. I don't see that either.
No.
Athletic athlete, DK Metcalf.
Zion can do it. He may not win, but Zion's gonna be running there with him. He's like, who the fuck? How this big motherfucker running with me?
No, man, I don't know.
I see. Even with
that's why this is a good question.
It's a good question because I think decathlon plays to DK strength. Like
that's why I'm saying overall athlete.
Yeah,
DK is the most athletic athlete. If you guys would have named somebody in football like Christian McCaffrey, I would have said that's a good argument.
That's a good argument too. Yeah.
But
Christian's little.
Yeah, but he's still strong as fuck.
Yeah, big time.
Zion, that's why the motherfucking Hulk.
John, you 7-0. John, you 7-0.
He's the Hulk.
All right, last up.
I know I'm about to say something crazy now.
Yeah, I mean, I think I get what Cap's saying, but I think a lot of times again
he's freakishly athletic. But
yeah, and
all right, John.
A lot of times when I look at athletes, I look at how.
Before we move on.
Also, when I think of athletes, I take skill in consideration. Whereas you can place this person and they excel in multifacets. So
if we name this, if we was putting skill into it, like just the overall athlete, I think that then I would change my answer to somebody like Russell Wilson, because I think Russell Wilson is smart enough where he can figure out how to do, like he could play baseball,
also,
he could play
he can
football.
Yeah, he's very good.
I both like because before Ed gets his thing, Ed mentioned Aaron Judge. I also think DK and Zion got the power to smack a home run. They may not hit the ball.
Yeah, word.
You thought it like the home run.
You give him a meatball. Yeah.
But that's what I was gonna say. But that's still too much skill, because I'm sure somebody.
Now, because sometimes people can have the skill but don't have the power. You know what I'm trying to say? Some baseball players have the skill, they don't hit home runs, but they'll hit the shit out the ball all over the field.
Right.
They don't have the
They'll
power.
spray. They'll just spray.
I think they have the power to straight, like you throw it down the middle like a soft. I think they have the physical power to just
put one out.
I could be wrong.
Decap, one more. Chase Young.
No.
I made it hard for you. Yeah. I put your fandom in it. Yeah.
Chase Young, he don't got the quickness, the speed. I mean, he's athletic. That boy that's a monster, but no.
But like I said, DK ain't fucking with Vernon Davis, but we moving on.
Yeah, that's right.
Bag of trash last up. We spoke about this earlier too. MLB released this top 100. We talked about the top 10. Here's the top 10 list right here. Just show you right there. Did they get it right? I know Mookie Betts was at number 2, and buddy, what's buddy name? Was number 1. Mike Trout. Mike Trout was number 1.
Best player in baseball for a while now.
Mm-hmm.
So back in the trash it to you first, John. Did MLB get their top 10 list correct?
I feel like since it was based on that 60-game season that just passed their bubble season, even though it was somewhat in the bubble, but their bubble season, I say they got it correct. I'm gonna bag it based off that. But I feel like there's certain players that should be higher, but due to the shortened, they play 60
games? It was solely based off the season.
Yeah, so it's based off the 60 games. So and baseball's a sport that you can start off slow because it's 162 games. Start off slow, like the first 60 games.
All right. So here come the dick eating. Who should have been higher?
Then who? No, Mike Trout's the best.
No,
there's no way.
You said some players should have been higher.
So he said Judge should have been in the top 10, but because of the short season.
No. Judge fell where he was supposed to fall because of his injury.
Luke Voigt should have been higher because he had an amazing 60-game season. Luke Voigt actually had an amazing.
LeMahieu should have been top 10. Period.
You know, he was in the conversation for MVP for the Yankees.
Yeah,
but they had him at like 40 something. So I
knew a Yankee player was going to get named. I knew that's what this was about.
Nah, but the Yankees had a couple players on there. They had a couple players.
Several.
Did Giancarlo even make it? And I think he's really, really good as a real good player. But I don't even think, did he make the list, Ed? Did Giancarlo make it?
Yeah, he was in the 90s. He was in the high 90s.
I don't think he's a 90s player, but it's based off that 60-game season. So that's
based off the 60-game season.
But again, Giancarlo, he'd be injured. Yeah, he'd be injured a lot.
Yeah, he only played like 20 of them. So.
All right,
Ed, he's one of those players that's just good. So
yeah.
Also, a non-Yankee player, real quick. Bryce Harper to me is the second or not the best player in baseball. They had,
but again, but John, to that credit, so Harper fell at 20, and Harper fell at 21, and Judge fell at 20, I believe, or it could have been 22 and 21 or whatever it was. But I know they were in the 20s. But again, to reiterate the fact on Harper and Judge, I think they're two of the best players in the MLB, period. But a big part of them is they're not there. What are you doing for me if you're not on the field? I mean, these guys constantly are hurt.
That's what I'm saying, the 60-game season.
I know that, but even going back from the 60-game season, they're still doing the same things. So I think there's a lot to put into this equation for sure. So
I bagged it. I said they got it right.
Yeah.
All right, so Ed, bag of the trash.
I'm gonna bag it. I'm looking through it again right now. I would have liked to see a little bit more pitching in there, because I know that these guys only play, once every 5 days, sometimes once every 4 days, in the playoffs, once every 3. But the only pitcher to be there was Jacob deGrom of the New York Mets, who, I wanted him to change his hat to his logo to ND, the Notre Dame logo, no decision, because this guy just fucking constantly goes out there and always, even playing for the Mets, going through what he goes through, winning Cy Young after Cy Young after Cy Young, getting no decisions, not getting the wins that he deserves. I have no problem with Trout being number 1, Mookie being at 2. Love to see Tatis at, I believe he was at 6. Let me just double check that.
6,
number 6. Yeah, so Tatis was at 6.
One pitcher in the top 10 or one pitcher?
One pitcher in the top 10, only one. I would like to see more.
Jacob deGrom at 3.
Yeah,
I think
Kershaw and crack top 10. He should have been.
Yeah, Kershaw and crack top 10. I think Cody Bellinger, who was at 10,
he was at 10,
and Garrett Cole at 11. I feel like that could have switched, but again, that's just like, you're just.
Garrett Cole started off hot, but he didn't. No.
Yeah, he faded off, but he's still been one of the most dominant pitchers in the MLB, along with Jacob deGrom, even before he was a Yankee. I'm talking about when he was with the Astros. This is decided by the players and the coaches, and I guess the writers. They didn't fail miserably, but again, I just would like to see a little bit more pitching in there.
All right, Drew, bag of the trash.
I'm going to bag it because based off this season, like the 60-game season, it was pretty much they got it right for me. So I'm gonna bag it. So yeah.
All right, Cap.
Sweet and simple.
Bag of the trash.
I'm trashing it because Mookie Betts wasn't number 1. That's my favorite player since Coco Crisp.
Copying Cap, trashing it. Mookie Betts should have been 1. If we're going off the season, what he's done as an athlete on the field and off the field, Trout disappeared. Phillies ain't do shit. Angels, right.
Angels, and they got better. Rendon also cracked the top 10. It's just that it's a bad organization.
Right, and I'm pretty sure
they'll figure it out.
Betts was like top 3. They had Betts top 3, right?
He was 2.
Who? Betts was number 2.
Number 2.
Right? DeGrom was like
right.
DeGrom was number 3.
DeGrom was 3. Mookie should have been number 1, but I ain't mad at the list because again, when I think of the faces of the league, I think of Bryce Harper, I think of Trout, think of Judge, but Mookie Betts has definitely set himself to be a great offensive player and defensive player. And this season, he was the face of this league, so he should have been number 1 based off this season. And that's back.
Two Dominicans in the top 10.
That's back. I mean, that's duh. I'm surprised it went up.
Surprised wasn't more.
Right, exactly. Right.
It is America's pastime, so you got to throw it away.
Tatis and who?
Tatis and Soto.
Oh, Soto, yeah, Soto.
My man Soto with the. Remember that when he was taking the balls and he was grabbing his balls like staring down the pitcher.
What's the name of that player that everybody was giving a hard time to for hitting the
Tatis.
Tatis. It was Tatis. Yeah.
Okay.
He's number 6. He was number 6.
Speaking of Tatis, I probably should have brought it up in honorable mentions, but it is looking like he is going to be, and it's going to segue us into our Fab Five this week. But he is going to be it looks like he's going to be the MLB The Show
face. Okay, cool. That's what's up.
Yeah.
I don't play that shit, but all right. That's Star Bench Cut. I mean, well, that was Bag of Trash, and we're getting into Star Bench Cut. Now, first off, we got 3 Knicks. 3 players that had great careers with the Knicks. We got Carmelo Anthony, John Starks, Allen Houston. Star Bench Cut. Cap, kick us off. Who you starting? Who you benching? Who you cutting? We talking strictly Knicks, though. What they did with the Knicks, their Knicks career. Who you start, who you bench, who you cut.
Cutting John Starks.
Mm.
All right, let me preference this.
Yeah, he's struggling.
Let me preference this.
I got to easy out.
Growing up,
an easy out on this.
Growing up, I was an Allen Houston fan.
Right.
The only shit that my pops ever got me as a gift, the Allen Houston jersey. I understand he got hurt and didn't play his full potential, but that was my guy. I love you, Melo.
No, Allen Houston was that nigga.
But I'm starting Allen, number 20, and I'm benching your boy
Melo. Hoodie Melo. All right, John, Star Bench Cut.
No disrespect to John Starks. He did what he did for the New York Knicks.
Yeah, y'all tripping on Starks, bro.
Gotta cut Starks. Sorry,
man.
I fuck with Starks, but with the other two,
like, I'm not gonna lie, this gets tough. Like, cause Melo's my guy, but Allen Houston, like, especially when I first started watching basketball, like, you watch Knick games, like, cause that's the channel all New Yorkers have is Knick games, you know. And Allen Houston was my favorite all-time Allen Houston.
Yeah,
so,
Spreewell was my nigga.
And
Allen was the finesse, and Spreewell was the gangster. Like, oh man,
Allen Houston was really that guy. Obviously, Melo's the greater player, but as a Knick, I'm gonna bench Melo and I'm gonna start Allen Houston. I'm gonna start.
Right.
It's tough.
Tough.
I'm gonna start Houston.
This is hard for me. Obviously, we all know that I'm not that well versed in basketball, but when I was younger, very young, kid, I didn't know what was going on in sports. But my uncle, shout out to Uncle Eddie, named after him, took his name. He huge Knicks fan, and that was in the 90s. That was the John Starks era. So for me, I'm gonna have to bench him. I won't cut him. And then I kind of faded away from basketball for a really long time. Didn't really care too much about it. I was living in New Jersey. The Nets were there. I fucking hated the Nets for no reason at all, only because I was from New York and I was living in New Jersey. So I missed the whole Allen Houston era. So unfortunately, I will cut him. I didn't get to see much of him. And I got to start Melo, man. I mean, Melo made me fall back in love with basketball. I mean, if it wasn't for Melo coming to the Knicks, I don't think I would have ever gotten back into it. You know, we did have that 53-game win season. Go ahead, John.
So you started Melo, you benched Starks.
I benched Starks and I cut Houston.
Say again why you chose to bench Starks?
Why I chose to bench him, because when I was a kid, I remember my uncle loving Starks, period. Yeah, he was the only guy that got me into sports, period. But again, I moved away from him, and then that was the end of it.
Also, I don't know if y'all know this, a quick fact for Allen Houston. Allen Houston and the Knicks made the NBA Finals. It was a lockout year, but the Knicks was the 8th seed, and they played
we lost
in the finals, and they lost. And the Knicks made it. Jeff Van Gundy, the coach, my guy, and they made it as 8th seed.
Yeah, wasn't watching it, man. Wasn't watching.
Oh, it's the 99 finals.
I was in Patterson, New Jersey, son. 112 Madison Street, son.
Before the Lakers three-peat, the Knicks was in the finals. Jeff Van Gundy, 8th seed. Amazing. That's amazing, you know.
Amazing stat. I wasn't watching it. Sorry. I just wasn't there.
Put it out there.
I just wasn't there.
Drew.
I'm not a fraud.
Drew, star bench cut.
I am starting Melo, benching Starks, cutting Allen Houston. Simple. Actually,
I'm right.
that.
I actually agree with Drew. I'm starting Melo. Because again, for John Starks, I'm on the cusp. You know, I grew up in Chicago.
I was just about to say, preference this. Dad 40. So he
he was there. He was there. Yeah.
So I can't say I was there, but I was old enough to know that John Starks was super nice. And unfortunately, he was in the Jordan era, whereas that was just a juggernaut.
You just can't be Jordan. Yeah.
And credit Allen Houston, dope as hell, great player. But I was fucking with the Pacers during that time. I was fucking with Reggie now. I was fucking with Jermaine O'Neal and them. So I wasn't even checking for the Knicks at that time. I was actually hoping the Pacers beat LA during that time or beat San Antonio and shit. So I wasn't even fucking with the Knicks. I wasn't even fucking besides Sprewell and Mark Jackson, I really wasn't fucking with the Knicks. Like Allen Houston I recognize his game, but I wasn't really fucking with Allen Houston like that. So I would cut him off of that.
John, you said this was that was in 98, right? The lockout year?
The 98, I believe it was the 98, 99 season.
Okay, so John, do you know when that was too also? I mean, again, remember I said I was living in Jersey at the time. That was the summer of 98.
No,
right?
The summer of 99. It would be the summer of 99.
The summer of 99? Okay, never mind. I was gonna validate my reasons even more. I was all in on Sammy Sosa, dog. Like, I didn't give a fuck about no basketball. Like that was the summer of 98. That was the best summer of my life.
It was the summer of 99 because 99 2000 was the start of the three-peat Lakers. So that the summer of 2000 would have been Kobe and Shaq.
I think John Starks was a dog.
Yeah.
Allen Houston had the potential to be a superstar.
Right. He had the potential.
And his career got
but he didn't reach that. Like
did John Starks ever make an All-Star?
I don't know.
Don't
say shit you don't know, Drew.
I said John Starks because that was
only John Starks.
Robin.
Only John Starks stories I know is from my dad. My dad is the Ultra Knicks fan, so he will know some John Starks.
John Starks.
I don't.
If they all three of them fought, John Starks would win that fight. I can tell you that much.
John Starks was a one-time All-Star in 92, 93.
I don't.
And what was Allen Houston? 2, 3?
And then he was also all defensive, 96, 97. He was the sixth man, John Starks. And you said Allen Houston's All-Stars?
I feel like he don't have that much, but I would think he had.
I think John Starks wasn't like he didn't have that star power that Allen Houston had and the potential. Again, Allen Houston had that star. He had the potential to be a superstar. John Starks was just a dog, like a really good player, but nobody really recognized him as a superstar player. But he had all the skill. Nigga had bungees. He played both sides of the ball, and he had big ass heart.
2-time All-Star. You're right. 2-time.
Allen Houston got that bag too.
2-time.
Yeah, he definitely got the bag.
Got that bag.
All right. Next up on Star Bench Cut, we doing sport shows. So these sport-inspired fictional shows. So we got Playmakers used to come on ESPN. We got Ballers starring The Rock. I don't know if y'all remember Playmakers. It had Cuba Gooding Jr. brother on there. He was a running back, and then it had the
I do not remember Playmakers.
He had the bald head nigga, the bald head white dude.
Hold on. The niggas had Omar Gooden.
Yeah, Omar Gooden. It had Omar Gooden on it. He was a running back. He was the new running back taking on. He was taking the OG show. He was taking the OG spot. Then the niggas was doing steroids and shit, like the bald head. It was.
Oh, I do remember this show.
It was wild. It was like it was showing you like the light behind athletes and shit.
Remember this.
Then you had a QB that was like injury prone and shit, trying to get his job. Wild show. But then you got Ballers featuring The Rock, and then you got Friday Night Lights. Which one you gonna start? Which one you go bench? Which one you cutting? Drew, to you first.
Starting Friday Night Lights, benching Ballers, cutting the other show.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Oh, hold on. Yo, Ed.
That look like Cap ass.
I put my face on that.
Right, I was saying that look like Cap.
Oh God.
That look like Cap ass right there. All right, Ed, who you starting, what you benching, what you cutting?
I'm cutting Ballers because that show fucking sucks, Drew. It fucking sucks. It's a terrible show. Awesome. It's not good. Yes, it is a waste of fun. Dude, I put that on like 4 times for like background noise. I was like, maybe I'll get into the show. That show is hot garbage.
It's your opinion.
I ain't never seen Playmakers fully. I don't remember. I guarantee if I probably pop on an episode right now, I'll probably remember.
Yo, I promise you. Yo, go on YouTube. Just watch one episode. Like this show is fucking fire.
I remember the
show is for great.
For sure.
It's a wild ass show.
I'll watch it. I'll rewatch it. And I'll start Friday Night Lights. The movie, in my opinion, was better. But what should have been on here, John, help me out here. What was the name of that show with Thad?
Oh,
the name of that football show.
Blue Mountain State.
Blue Mountain State should have been on here, and that would have been my starter. I would have benched Friday Night Lights, and I definitely would still cut Ballers because that show sucks.
All right, John.
Sucks.
Start bench cut.
That show is awesome.
Gonna start Friday Night Lights because I'm not gonna lie, that was a good show. That was my shit. I'm gonna bench Ballers because my man The Rock.
Yeah.
It sucks. The Rock is a bad actor. We talked about this last week.
Hold on. So you definitely didn't watch Playmakers because that's my take. But go ahead, John.
No, it was bad acting. I mean,
I was just saying. Obviously, I was a little biased last episode, but I like The Rock entertains me. So the movie.
Yeah, John, you're a stan.
Entertainment. As long as it entertains.
The Rundown, Walk and Talk, his best movies, and they're the same movie.
But I'm gonna cut Playmakers due to the fact that we only had 1 season. If we had like a solid 3-season run, I'll give it.
That first season was lit, though. I don't know what happened, but that shit was lit.
I forgot. I remember when they canceled it. It was like, I think it was too controversial.
And ESPN didn't want to do no show like that.
Yeah, it's not ESPN. Like ESPN was like saying, "Oh, we could."
They was experimenting. Yeah, they was experimenting with.
And it is what it is. But I would say I'll cut that because the 1 season. I hate shows like that. It drives me crazy, but I'm definitely gotta start Friday Night Lights. Friday Night Lights was dope, and Michael B. Jordan was on there. Season 4 and 5, I believe. The last 2 seasons.
Care about that?
Now he did his thing. Michael B.
Wakanda forever, dog. He might be the new Black Panther. Chill out.
But
bring him back.
Friday Night Lights was good. I just like the whole the things with the coach and stuff. It was a good show. Ballers is funny. I don't know why you don't like it.
It's trash. It's so bad, dude. It's so bad.
It never made you laugh.
Not even like you might have gotten, and again, you have to understand, like, my level of comedy is not that. And again, like, it was very like, okay, what is this Jerry Maguire like trying to be funny? Because it's not. And like, that's what I got from the show, and it was awful. Again, I only watched 2 episodes, and I was like, I'm totally out.
Hold on, John. What's the white dude name from Ballers?
He's the dude that's in The Winner. He was the dude from Hot Tub Time Machine. He's funny.
You think he was funny in Ballers?
No, he's funny.
Exactly.
He's funny, but again, I put him on where I see him in other roles, and when I don't see that from him, I'm out. Right. And again, like, The Rock is corny to me. He's just corny to me. Period. Like, I like The Rock. Don't get me wrong.
Watch.
Oh, quick thing. Yes, check out Young Rock. That shit is actually good.
I was gonna text you, John. I forgot to text you.
I didn't watch it yet.
I fuck with Young Rock.
I didn't watch it. I ain't watch it yet. But Cap, who you starting? Who you bitching? Who you cutting?
First things first. Playmakers was a good ass show. But that shit is the killer season of all 3 of these shows.
It's about that.
That shit is horrible acting with a good story.
Right.
They're fucking, I don't know, because I like Ballers, but Friday Night Lights is just like the
pinnacle.
It's just out of the football shows, I feel like it was the one.
Yeah.
But Ballers is definitely fire. It's not fire. It could have changed. They could have did a little better, but it was a good show while I was around.
I feel like it was good, but like the later seasons of Ballers, it dipped and went down.
Yeah, and Ballers got the baddest women on the show.
No, that's not.
They definitely do though.
He have
They definitely do
some Fine Jones that came on that TV screen. That's a fact.
You said Johns or you said joints?
Jones.
You said Jones.
You said Johns?
I thought you were talking about. I thought you were talking like Steph. Them Jones.
Jones, nah. I'll leave that for my man Steph.
All right, so I'm starting Friday Night Lights again. Like it's the complete sports TV show. Like the story is complete. The characters were great. I'm benching Playmakers because that fucking show was lit. It was just on the wrong fucking channel, but I'm talking about fun to watch. Yo, and me being a shorty when that shit came out. Yo, I was just
been on Stars.
Yo, that shit should have been on Stars. Somebody else need to pick up that story because it was rebooted. Because yo, I used to be trying to watch it with my brother. He'd be like, go to sleep, but I'm like, yo, this shit is wild. Like I used to love that shit. But Playmakers on my bench, and I'm gonna cut Ballers because I never watched it. I never watched the Ballers. I never watched. Now,
give it a try.
You need
I don't know if
episode.
Like it, you
need to watch it.
but give it a try.
I was when I first heard this segment, I'm surprised y'all ain't put your boy in there.
Who?
Derwin James. No, what's his name, John?
I don't watch that shit. You talking about Sean Black ass? What that show was called?
The BT, the shit on BT, that football?
No.
You talking about that? I thought you were talking about that because his name like Derwin James and shit.
No,
because they used to call Sean Black that shit all the time.
With
the family, he had his family. Came on Stars, right?
No.
That's the one I saw is Survivor Remorse or something.
Right, that's what I'm. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
What's homie name from Best Man?
Omar Epps? No, Tay Diggs.
Tay Diggs. The show with Tay Diggs.
What show with Tay Diggs? All American.
All American.
Oh yeah,
I don't watch that either. I ain't never seen an episode of that either.
Nah. All American is dope. You should tune into All American. It's dope.
When shows usually come on like regular TV, I don't watch them.
First 2 seasons on Netflix right now.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, but it come on Netflix. It come on Channel 9, right? Or one of those
11.
Yeah, see, I usually don't watch shows that come on those channels. Like for some reason I think they low budget. My show gotta be on either FX or AMC, or it has to be on HBO or Fox, some of them channels for me to watch it. I don't mean
to cut you off. Bro. CBS, Viacom, they got money. NBC, they got money. Fox, they got money. CW, they don't have that much money.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like those Flash, all those superhero shows, I don't watch none of them shits.
I'm not gonna lie. Quick side note, I was watching it before we got on.
CW is trash.
CW debuted the new Superman shit, and that shit was looking dope.
That's bro that was on Teen Wolf. He was the alpha and shit. Yeah. That used to be my shit. The way it was filmed, the way it looks different compared to all the other CW comic book shows. It looks more cinematic.
Yeah, it does.
I saw the commercial. I saw the commercial.
Superman show does look more cinematic. Check it out. It's only been 1 episode. I gotta rewatch it, but it looked good. It looked good.
Yeah.
But
all right, we're gonna do the last start bench cut so we can keep it moving. We're doing fighting games. So we got Street Fighter, Tekken, and Mortal Kombat. Which one you start, bench, or cut? Cap.
Oh, this is easy, bro.
Street Fighter, Tekken, the series. We talking whole series. Street Fighter, Tekken, Mortal Kombat. Which one you start? Which one you bench? Which one you cut?
I'm cutting. Street Fighter.
What?
Talk that.
I'm also cutting.
Combat.
Ooh,
that's the GOAT.
I'm benching Tekken.
What? And who you starting?
Def Jam.
I thought you lost me.
New York.
Great game. Great game
though.
They need to reboot that.
Fight for New York was definitely a great game. I still have that shit PlayStation 2.
That and Vendetta, both of them.
Damn, I sold my vendetta, but I still have to fight for New York.
All right, Drew. Start, bench, cut. Based on the 3 selections we got, Cap always add some shit.
How y'all not put Def Jam on there? We talking fighting games.
No, because I was thinking the large series, the ones that's been around, that's made it through the decades.
You ain't put
I think after they did Def Jam Icon, that shit went down.
Yo, that was ass.
That was a bad game.
Why is Jeff came Icon? I never even heard of
right,
that
exactly.
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad.
It was like the last one they did.
Is that the one where you had to put your mug shot to start the game off?
Probably.
Or was that like New York?
I think that was Def Jam for New York.
Yeah.
Icon, I honestly don't even remember Icon.
Icon, you had to do some shit like it was like they changed the way you fight. You have to do like some musical shit to fight. Like in the middle, you fight and you gotta do some music. Yeah, it wasn't.
That shit.
They made the buttons too hard.
That wasn't it.
Drew, start, bench, cut.
I am starting Street Fighter. I am benching Mortal Kombat, and I am cutting Tekken. That's simple.
Damn, yo.
I grew up playing Tekken. That was my
that's what I'm saying.
I grew up playing Mortal Kombat. That's
Drew.
playing
So
Mortal
that
Kombat,
should be your
Street
starter then, if that's
Fighter.
what you
I know
grew
Mortal
up playing.
Kombat, Street Fighter.
But you
Actually, I can start Mortal Kombat, bench Street Fighter. That's my point. Yeah.
All right, Ed, start, bench, cut.
I'm going to, as much as I love this game, it is a great game, good characters. I mean, I named my fantasy football team after one of them, but flame me out with the Shoryuken. But I have to unfortunately cut Street Fighter because to me, it's more. Look, I'm about to do a decap and I'll cut Street Fighter, but I'll bench Marvel vs. Capcom because that game, fire.
That's Carter.
Fire. Definitely is fire. Number 1 and number 2. Number 1 and number 2. Both.
But the first fighting game I ever got in my entire life, the first fighting game I got good at, the first fighting game that I had to learn the codes to do the fatalities and the babalities and the animalities and the friendships and Mortal Kombat. I mean, and it was iconic up until like, you know, again, like just like because I haven't played the recent ones because they got a little too like cinematic almost.
Well, they have a whole Mortal Kombat world now. They got a whole
and like you know they're mixing it with DC now, and it's kind of weird. They're doing the Injustice games and all that stuff.
But the Justice games are dope though.
Yeah, and again they're fun, but like to me that's very Street Fighter-esque, and that was my biggest problem with Street Fighter is that Street Fighter went from you know the iconic cool gaming system to just like going into this like just straight up like just like two like it's almost like 4-dimensional like in there like graphics in that regard. So I'm gonna just take all of what they did with their storyline. I mean, like Mortal Kombat up until like Deception was like an awesome game where you were like what was it, Bobo Raisho, where you like literally got everybody's moves, or you like again like the games were incredible.
I'm gonna be honest,
all of those.
I played all these games in the arcade.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
I didn't really play them after that.
I think one of the most underrated games is Tekken, period. So for that reason alone, I'll bench him. But another game that should have been on there was Dragon Ball Z Budokai. But go ahead.
Oh, the Budokai.
Budokai 1 and 2.
Budokai?
That was the game. That's I feel like another underrated game.
I ain't never played that.
Some good games.
All right, John, what you got?
Now, there's a lot of fighting games. You could do this a couple of times. You could do like part 2, part 3.
I could do the anime version.
Yeah.
Because I know I just looking at y'all like Naruto is
right,
Naruto's
and that's why
fire.
Yo, it's so
Naruto's
many games
fire.
that I could have put on it, but again, when I just think for my generation, our generation, when you think of the classics is those the top dogs.
Yeah, I get you.
I think those are more of the OG games too when it comes to fighting games. Those
games in the arcades.
And again, based on the generations, everybody know, even if you don't play it, those are like iconic when the gaming world regardless of what generation you in. Everybody know Mortal Kombat, everybody know Tekken, everybody know Street Fighter. Whether you play it or not, you see it, you know what it is. But John, star bench cut.
Damn. So this is tough.
If you cut Tekken, we fighting.
It might
about to bring down the martial law, son.
Sort of leading that way.
I knew he was gonna say that.
Sort of leading that way, but
I'm about to show you who's king.
And I say all
Eddie
that
Goro.
with 7 in my game.
Eddie Goro about to show you who's king.
Yo, and Heroine, whatever his name, he had the red hair and shit. Yo, nigga was nice.
Underrated.
I'm gonna start Mortal Kombat because Mortal Kombat had the Fire movie and the Fire theme song.
Yo, the first thing here, one
by the
Fire
way, trailer came out. Now both of them were awful, and they were both great.
No,
fuck off.
The second one was trash.
Okay, hey, they both were trash, but they were both great.
No, the first one was lit.
No, they were trash.
We ain't slandering the first one.
Straight trash, but it was awesome. Awesome.
And that new one looked lit.
The new one looks amazing.
Shows like that, they're so trash that they're awesome. They're all movies.
That's what I'm saying. Both of them.
Category, but no slander on the first Mortal Kombat.
Word.
So off that,
those are $400 glasses, you fucking scumbag.
Yo, Johnny Cage is my favorite Mortal Kombat character too.
Homie, Kano goes, give me a break, and Sony just snaps his neck. I mean, come on, that's corny. That's corny. At the end, when what was his name? Not Shang Tsung. Nah, the other dude that was in the main villain in the second one. Not Kung Lao.
Shao Kahn.
Shao Kahn. When he was like, "Oh, I'm coming," and Raiden just does that turn, and they all do that pose. He's like, "I don't think so." I mean, it's so corny. It's so corny. So corny.
Nah, you gotta stop hating.
So corny, so great.
Yo, John, Sonya.
She had it. She had it.
No, Sonya was lit.
She had it.
All right, John, my bad. We messed you up. Go ahead.
Gotta start Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat is like the go. They had the movie. Then now it comes to Street Fighter and Tekken. Like I love Tekken.
Hold on, y'all wasn't fucking with the Street Fighter movie with Jean-Claude Van Damme?
Yeah,
the Street Fighter movie was fire.
The first one,
so bad, so good.
Yeah.
This is gonna separate Tekken and Street Fighter for me because the influence of the Street Fighter movie played a role.
John a fan.
Such a fan.
I'm a fan of all these games. Like I'm a fan.
But you a real fan, boy. You love people and you just love them forever. You love you some Jean-Claude Van Damme.
That's my
John's
guy,
loyal, man. He's loyal. John's loyal.
That's my guy, but what I'm saying,
he's our most loyal friend.
They had the movie, so I'm gonna give it. It's a like this is the bench and this is the cut, and Tekken's on like slightly like, and Street Fighter is slightly on the bench and Tekken is just there. It could be replaced, but I'm up.
Tekken is cut, bro.
Bench Street Fighter and I'm gonna cut Tekken. But
Tekken the only game where I used to watch the entire intro for the game
Word.
just to see every player's
and then you go and play it just so you can beat it and then see the end story. Like
exactly.
So I'm going to start Mortal Kombat because again, it's the best fighting series that ever happened. Johnny Cage is my favorite fighter. For the same reason I'm cutting
Kung Lao, super underrated.
Right, Kung Lao, super dope.
Super underrated.
Cabal, super dope.
Super underrated.
But I'm gonna cut Street Fighters for the same reason John put him on the bench. The Street Fighter movie, I hated Bison. I hated that guy, the fucking nigga they got from the Addams Family to play Bison. They ain't have no real powers. They ain't really show no power. Jean-Claude Van Damme is that nigga, but they didn't really show the powers. They ain't really do shit.
Girl,
like,
that's true. They only pumped homie up with the stuff, but they
pumped him up with the, but they didn't have no powers like on the game. And then Street Fighter has always stuck to like, although all of them started in the arcade, it's just like Street Fighter just reminds me of it should only be played in the arcade. Like,
did they not have Vega in the Street Fighter movie?
Yeah, they did.
They did.
But Ken, and then speaking of Ken, they had the white nigga, the regular white nigga as Ken. Like Ken a real nigga, man. They had Ken with the buzz cut, regular cut. Just man, they played it. They did him dirty in the movie and shit. So
my girl, Ming Na Wan, Melinda May from Agents of Shield was Kung Lee. That was.
I mean, but she was hitting back there, and she's in Mandalorian too.
That's right. She was also in Mandalorian.
It's a lost movie that I guess nobody talks about, but they did
the Chung Lee movie. That shit was trash.
That's what I'm saying.
Garbage.
They did a Street Fighter movie.
The Chung Lee movie was ass.
Chung Lee was awful.
Chung Lee movie
with the girl from Supernatural. I mean not Supernatural, from Smallville. Yeah.
Kristen. Her name is Kristen.
Of course you don't, because it was ass. It was ass.
I might gotta look that up.
Yeah, the movie was trash. So cutting Street Fighter, bench and check.
Kristen Couric.
Yeah, Kristen. Nah,
oh, she's bad.
Yeah, she was like super bad back then. But bench and checking, because checking OG, and that's again like Cap said, pick a player and run through everybody just so you can see they old skit.
Well, my man, shit. Who was the one with the high top and the leather jacket? He used to ride the motorcycles.
Paul?
Was it Paul? And when you win, he used to get on the motorcycle and ride up into the sunset.
Yeah, Paul. But
all great games. All great games.
Start bench cut, and I used to cheat on Mortal Kombat. My brothers and them used to hate because I used to always do a trip. I get them in the corner and I'll just trip them. And they get up.
That was the move. That was the move. That was the move.
They used to hate that shit. But
I would get frustrated.
I used to get Scorpion. I'd do the jump screen punch.
Oh yeah.
The little sneaky cheat shit that used to get me into fights with my older brothers and shit.
I don't think we talk about it enough, but I think those were the first cheat codes we noticed. Even though there weren't cheat codes, it was just like knowing the buttons.
Right.
Yeah.
Because remembering like up, down, back, B, up, down, left, up, down, X.
Shit, it got to the point where we used to let each other win, so we could try out the buttons for the finish and shit. That's
for the fatalities.
Try to do it. You sitting there trying to do it shit. But let's start bench cut. Let's keep moving. We're going to Marquee Misses NBA. It's a long ass episode. It seems like maybe because we started late, but
it's definitely a long ass episode.
Marquee Miss, who's your player and game to watch for this weekend in NBA? Drew, kick us off. Marquee Miss, what you got?
My Marquee Miss, my Marquee Miss is going to be Friday's game, the Phoenix Suns versus y'all love mimicking me, like the Phoenix Suns versus the Bulls, and my Marquee Miss player is going to be Chris Paul.
All right. Hey, who you got?
My Marquee Miss game is the Hornets versus the Suns. Like I said, my boy Devin Booker's heating up, and my Marquee Miss player is Elfrid Payton.
Okay, that's a weird pick, but
that's a Knicks pick.
Yeah.
It's a Knicks pick.
All right, John.
My Marquee Miss game is the Pelicans and Spurs on Saturday. And my Marquee Miss player for this week is my guy, Lonzo Ball.
Good shit. All right, Cap.
Y'all know I'm not picking NBA.
Mm-hmm.
My man Canelo fight this week.
Okay, who
Canelo? Who we fighting?
I don't even know how to pronounce his name. It's like if Leon or something like that.
I'll try better.
And then the marquee fighter is definitely gonna be Canelo. Canelo gonna knock him out.
Got you. Okay, so my Marquee Miss game is Friday.
Oh, there is no way I'm gonna say that. Yalardine.
I wasn't gonna try it.
Yalardine.
Two teams that ain't really the funnest to watch, but it should make for a good game. Pacers are playing good, so I got Pacers Celtics Friday, which should make for a competitive game. And my Marquee Miss player is Terry Rozier for this week. So that's the Marquee Misses. Let's get it. What? No, he didn't get traded. I'm just saying my player. I ain't saying he playing for the game. I'm just.
Oh, okay. I got it.
Just saying that's my player. Not from that game, But Terry Rozier, Charlotte Hornets. All right, we're gonna get into the last segment, and that's Fab Five. Now, on this week, again, trying to take in consideration the homies and shit, the gamers, you know, Johnny, a gamer, Ed, a gamer, DQ, gamer. I think the rest of us played casually and shit. We played a few games that we like, but the rest of us pretty much got lives. On this episode, though, for our Fab Five, we are doing the greatest games of all time. Now, we did a great sports games list previously. This time, because we are here for e-gaming, esports as well, they are part of our show too. We gonna show y'all love as well. So we doing the Fab Five greatest games of all time, all platforms, all genres. Whatever you like, the Fab Five.
My Fab Five.
Your Fab Five. Yours.
Because my five ain't gonna be like everybody's top five. Hell no.
And it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. We all come from different places. Eddie is from up in Carmel. Johnny's from the Island. Cap.
I moved around a lot. All right.
Right. Well. Right. Cap come from Newburgh. You come from a test tube. I'm from Chicago.
Fuck you.
Let's
the Bronx.
see.
Bronx all day.
What's this?
What's this?
Hey, son.
What's this?
He said,
to a blood.
He said,
The eggs all day.
that nigga said,
I literally did this earlier today.
Word, that nigga, everybody I know from the Bronx do the X. That nigga said, nigga, Bronx. And nigga, fuck are you talking about? Fuck are you talking about, Bronx, nigga? High bridge, nigga, fuck are you talking about? From 5 to 1, your greatest games list. Drew, kick us off at number 5. What you got?
My 5, y'all probably not gonna know this game, but this game is fun as shit. Like,
Okay.
it was like the first game I got when I got my Xbox. When I downloaded it, when I looked on Marketplace, Titanfall 2. I say it's a cross between Halo and fucking.
That's my game. I play
Titanfall. Number 5.
Word, John.
This is number 5.
Yeah, say you want to know Titanfall?
Titanfall is dope. Titanfall is a very, very underrated game. And
Hell yes, bro.
I'm Titanfall 3.
I got Titanfall 2 and I ain't never played it.
It's dope.
You should say it's
dope.
dope. It's dope as hell, bro. Like, you really need to
I
play
just
that.
know you get into big ass robots.
Yeah, I know.
That's all I know.
I
I can't
cross
That's my
between.
game.
It's a cross between like motherfucking Transformers. You can and Halo, but you can do all types of shit in that game. But that's my number 5.
Let's just say when Titanfall came out, a lot of other games copied some of the stuff that Titanfall was doing.
Right.
Call of Duty took some stuff from Titanfall. Other games took some stuff from what Titanfall was doing.
Hold on, so y'all already did a sports one?
Yeah, we did a sports one a long time ago.
I kind of want to take my sports games off my list now.
No, but it's open because it's open. I got sports games on my list.
Actually, I never played Titanfall 1. I actually only played Titanfall 2.
Titanfall 1.
Again, these are the greatest games to you of all time. Sports, whatever, first player, whatever. It's your list.
I think everybody should have the same number 1, but that's just me.
I'm definitely.
We will see because I went back and forth between I 1 and 2. But Eddie at number 5, what you got?
So video games have been a big, huge part of my life. I just actually had to go back a little bit and rewrite some honorable mentions, but I did want to mention one. I already shouted out one uncle today. I'm going to shout out another uncle. Shout out Uncle Nate. One of the first video games that I was like obsessed with. Obviously, your Marios when you were a kid and your Donkey Kongs and all those fun games. But Double Dragon on Super Nintendo.
Double Dragon used to be that shit.
So we played that game so goddamn much that we broke the plastic that covered the game, and it was just the chip. And when I tell you,
little chip in.
my brother, my cousin, and myself literally had a tattoo of
damn, I gotta change my list.
The gear, like just the chip on our arms.
Try to press it in.
Just bang it back in, just banging it in. And we literally had tattoos for at least like 2 years of just beating the shit out of Double Dragon.
Yeah.
So I feel like I had to mention that game because the rest of them are going to be pretty modern. And there's a lot of games on here that should have made my list, but didn't because I'm just basing it off of games that I've played and I still play.
Right. All right, Johnny, at number 5.
Number 5, this is a current game from the 2010s. I said the first one came out in 2009, but this game to me is my number 5, Batman Arkham City.
Ooh,
that shit is lit.
Great
no,
game.
that whole
series is lit.
The whole Arkham series is good.
But Arkham, I went with Arkham City as my number 5.
Yeah, I'm waiting on Gotham Knights to come out. Because I got all them shit from.
They did them Batman games. They did.
They did them shits right.
Yeah. Actually, Arkham City to me is the best one out of the whole 3. To be honest, like Arkham City is definitely the best one.
But Arkham Asylum was dope too.
Yeah. Arkham Asylum is my favorite one.
Yeah, actually, all of them 3 is dope, but I was just like Arkham City the best one though.
Just dope, just free roaming as Batman and fucking motherfuckers up.
All right, Cat, number 5. What you got?
This rough. I didn't think this was gonna be this hard. All right, so my honorable mentions. I don't even know if y'all gonna remember these. I think it was called Nitro. The wrestling.
WWE.
And then the Raw one.
They had
SmackDown versus Raw.
So they had Armageddon 2000.
Talking about Raw is Raw. Raw. You talking about the Raw is War? That came out like
Raw is War.
It was like the first wrestling game.
Yeah, Raw is War. I think like the first WWE game.
It got, I think Stone Cold was on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So those 2 games are my honorable mentions.
No, the Nintendo 64 wrestling games were the best wrestling games to me. Yeah. From the WCW Nitro, the World Tour, Revenge, Armageddon 2000, Raw is War.
No Mercy.
No Mercy.
No Mercy is the greatest.
Yo,
arguably the greatest wrestling game ever.
Facts.
We could do a Fat 5 on just wrestling games in the future.
Oh, but all my shit would be Nintendo 64, except for the first SmackDown.
Probably that would be my list too.
SmackDown.
That'd probably be my
that's what I'm saying.
Damn.
So, Cap, your number 5 is WWF.
That's my honor. That's my honor.
Okay, got you. But what's your 5?
What's your 5 though? Give us 5.
I gotta do another honorable mention. Fight Night.
Fight Night used to be that shit too.
Ready to Rumble.
Yeah. Ready to Rumble, another one.
All right, and then my number 5. Dev might be the only nigga old enough to know this one, and you probably don't even know it. Toe Jam and Earl.
Oh, that's what the worm.
Yeah, was it a worm? I don't even think it was a worm.
That shit sound familiar.
That might have been like the first video game I ever played and owned.
Do not know.
It was called like Toe Jam and Earl.
Nah, I don't know that, Dan. One of the niggas looked like a worm though. He looked like a worm, but I ain't never played that. Game.
That shit came out.
Yo, so that came out on the Sega Genesis, right? My number 5 came out too on the Sega Genesis. Kind of in the same world as Ed. He said Double Dragon. My number 5 is Streets of Rage 2. With the black kid, had the roller skates.
With the skateboard? Roller skates.
Yeah, the roller skates. Streets of Rage 2 was my shit, man. Like OG in that fighter game, double dragon shit. Like that those type of games used to be lit. That's my number 5. Drew, at number 4, what you got?
All right, my number 4 is gonna be Burnout Revenge, bro. That racing game is like racing game / demolition. I used to play that shit with my cousin every fucking time. Like every fucking time I went to my cousin's house, he had this game played on, and I would just rush and play that game. That game was fucking fire. And when I first got my Xbox, that game was lit because I got it at a fucking discount because it was so fucking old. So I was like, so that was my first game because and shit that I got from my Xbox. Played that game every fucking day. There you go, number 4.
All right, Ed, and number 4.
So I've been going back and forth on this one. I'm sure we're gonna get to honorable mentions, but GTA the series, period, all of them, every single one of them.
Number 4.
But
4.
No, yeah.
I guess you was wrong, John. I guess you was wrong.
But I said I was going back and forth, but I'm replacing the GTA series with a game that I think till this day, I mean, if you were to give it to me right now, I'd still play it. We emulated it in college. The Pokemon series. The rest of my list is the series. So I'm gonna go number 4, the Pokemon series. Obviously, Red and Blue being the first.
Pokemon
Gold
Yellow.
and Silver were awesome. Yellow was dope. That was the first time we had
Pokemon Yellow. Game Boy Color, son.
Pokemon games is legendary games. Unfortunately, they didn't make my list. They are my honorable mentions, but Pokemon's
Pokemon Yellow,
Gold, Silver, Red, Blue, Yellow, Diamond, Pearl. I played shit, Ruby, Sapphire. I played for a while. So
son, I can't stop playing Go.
Pokemon Go.
I still play Go.
I still play Go.
You're still wandering looking for the Pokemon.
Yo, if y'all got an iPhone, I don't know if it's available on the Droid. It's an app called Drakumon, which is a made up Pokemon. I promise to God, it's the first Red and Blue Pokemon game. I kid you not. Right, completely the same. Completely the same. The characters are different, but you got to pick between grass, fire, or water. And the levels are exactly the same. It's called Drakumon, Drakomon. That shit is just like
Pokemon. And installing right now.
Just like Pokemon. Just like Pokemon. Kid you not.
Pokemon, man. I bought Carter the Pokemon game for the Switch.
I was gonna buy a Fedorian, but
that game is fire.
It's the same as like Red and Blue, but I feel like he don't fuck with it like that.
Not gonna lie, I'll be watching my little brother play that, and he added some shit like Mega Pokemon and shit. I'm like, that's too much. Let me just.
I even bought a little Switch for myself to play with and shit.
Yeah. He don't be wanting. Shit, remember Pokemon used to have the battle game.
Yeah.
On 64.
On Nintendo
64. Stadium, Pokemon
Stadium. Yeah, Pokemon Stadium.
Yeah.
1 and 2. Yo.
Word.
That's why I said I put the franchise in there.
That shit was expensive.
We got that shit for Christmas, and we had that shit for the next 3 Christmases and shit. So we burnt that shit out. All right, John, at number 4.
Number 4, great series, Metal Gear Solid is number 4.
Yo, I got that on my honorable mentions. Metal Gear Black.
Solid Snake is one of my favorite.
I'm twisted. Yeah.
Of all time.
What was that?
I ain't gonna lie, John. That was a good ass pick. But that was the most. You had to be fucking quiet as fuck to play that game. Like that shit was annoying.
Yeah, I didn't really play that. It was
like, what did
that game was frustrating.
You hear the beat, you hear the shit, and then when they find you, the song starts playing. You gotta run it.
Yeah.
That was one of my favorite games ever.
That knock is iconic though. That.
I'm not gonna lie, it almost went high on my list, but then there's some other games like, ooh, I gotta put this. But Metal Gear Solid, great series.
We should have did an episode just on this and just did like top 20 or something like that.
Yeah, maybe
the more y'all talking about, the more I'm thinking of.
It's a million games. There's a lot of games
that's gonna get
snubbed.
Of my honorables.
It's gonna get snubbed.
Yeah, I got a whole bunch of honorables listed down. Like I said, Pokemon series, that shit's written down as my honorable.
Yeah. All right, Cap at number 4.
Y'all might not remember this one either. Twisted Metal.
I got Twisted Metal Black. Twisted Metal Black on my honorable mentions.
No, it's great.
Yeah, Twisted Metal Black.
Twisted Metal was fire. That was like the first game I remember. Like niggas used to really be ready to fight over Twisted Metal.
That clown card.
Word.
All right, so I went back and forth because the face of gaming is little homie that be plumbing and shit with the red red jump on and shit. So
him and his brother
and shit, but I couldn't really so many games, especially when it comes to like the 64 and shit. Like Mario, like had every fucking thing. So
Mario Party,
Mario Kart,
Party,
like,
Smash Bros,
Smash Bros, amazing. But because it's so much, I couldn't pick, but I did pick. And the OG, when I think of Mario, at any day you put this Mario on in front of anybody, they're gonna play it on the Super Nintendo, Super Mario World. That's my number 4.
That's the one with Yoshi, right?
That's the one with Yoshi.
First time you seen Yoshi. Yeah.
First time we saw Yoshi. You put that shit on. We got it on the Switch. I didn't beat that shit like 4 times on the Switch and shit. Iconic game. It never gets boring. Like you play that shit. It's still hard. Like it took me a while to beat that shit. It's still harder than the motherfucker. But the first time you saw Yoshi, you get the fucking feather to fly. You get the little mushroom and shit, all that good shit, man. Super Mario.
Oh, you talking about like the walk around one?
The walk around. The OG.
Oh,
no Luigi, just you, Yoshi.
Right.
Yeah,
Just Yoshi.
That was fire.
Mario and Yoshi.
You had to climb up the hill and fight Bowser on the top of the hill.
Yeah. OG shit. You each level you had to go up and meet Bowser at his mansion and shit at the very end and shit.
Yeah, so they got that on the Switch.
Yeah, I don't know how much it was. It was like $2 and shit.
What?
That's disrespect.
No, because
disrespect to an iconic game.
No, Carter got the Nintendo subscription?
That's
like to be online, to go online.
It's like Xbox Live.
It's like the Xbox Live and shit.
Yeah.
Well, you get discounts.
Yo, they got all of the Nintendo, the NES games, and they got the Super Nintendo games and shit, and they got all the Marios on that shit.
I'm about to cop a Switch Lite.
Yeah,
it's a wrap.
All that shit on there is $10 a month and shit. Like I pay for the.
I don't got one, but I'm about to cop one.
Yo, Switch be lit, and we be playing Among Us on that shit. So, but yeah, that's my number 4, Super Mario World. I drew number 3.
I know it's a Mario Party, but I forget the fucking number. I think it was me. Me and my cousins play all the time on his
console
on his fucking Nintendo Cube.
Oh, GameCube. On the
GameCube.
It's 4.
3.
It's 3 or 4.
I thought it was 3
or 4.
I think it's 4. I think it's 4
because I think I had it on the GameCube and shit.
I think it's 4, but that game is fun. Super
You're
lit.
talking about the one where it had like the fire ropes and it would swing around and everybody.
Right, you have to.
Over it. Yeah, it's 4. It's definitely 4. It's definitely 4. Yeah, but
that's 4.
Yeah, 3 was 64.
Yeah, 4 on the GameCube. Yo,
4 was GameCube.
We got Mario Party 8 on the Switch. That shit is fun as hell.
Mm-hmm.
The nigga Dorian be mad because I be stealing his stars and shit. He think he be cooking. I be low key just collecting coins on his ass, sitting back. Then I steal his stars at the end. He be mad as hell. Be ready to fight. That should be funny as hell.
Yeah, that should be funny. Nah, but definitely Mario Party. Definitely Mario Party 4.
4 was that shit.
Play every day at my cousin's crib. So yeah, good time.
Yeah, if you got 4 people playing the shit, it's lit. Like y'all got 4 controllers, it's lit. Ed, at number 3, what you got?
My number 3 is a game that still has a hold over me. The first game, I actually, once I beat it, I opened up the Xbox tray, pulled the game out and snapped it over my knee because I was so frustrated.
Can I guess this game?
I think you can.
Eddie Corny ass probably got like Final Fantasy or some shit.
No, he's talking about Assassin's Creed, ain't he?
There he goes. I'm still currently playing.
Right. You still playing that shit, right?
Yeah, I'm currently playing Valhalla. The way I play these games now, because I've mastered them, because I'm so used to them. Look, there's been a code where it's like every other year, every other game is a good game.
If y'all ain't got this game on y'all list, bro, that's next on my list, we got a problem because
I don't think it's gonna be because I'm basing it off of the games that I honestly like. Again, no matter what happens, like if a new Assassin's game comes out tomorrow, I'm buying it. Like I'm not even done with Valhalla yet, and when I'm done with it, I hope that another game on my list comes out so I can play that one after.
Fuck all that. Ain't none of them games fucking with this game.
Hold on. Let me guess it. You about to say Kingdom Hearts?
Hell no. Hell no.
My turn for number 3?
Even though I'm playing Kingdom Hearts 3 on my Xbox right now. But no, not that. All right, John, number 3.
At my number 3, gotta go with the OG game, 007 GoldenEye.
That's what I'm talking about, John.
Got to.
That's what I'm talking about.
It almost went higher on my list, but I feel like the 2 games I have ahead of it just beats it out slightly. And to me, I feel like those are the 2 greatest games to me ever.
I didn't want to keep picking older games because I was thinking.
I was just doing the same thing.
I feel like I hope if John's smart, me and his 3, 2, and 1 is the same. Cap, I say if you smart, if you ain't got the same list, you dumb. But I think we got the same list.
Me and Dev's number 2 might be different, but me and Dev's number 1 might be the same.
Right? Yeah, definitely.
My number 3.
GTA.
Cap, your number 3.
I always forget which year it is, but the year with Vic on Madden.
04.
Yeah, the greatest. That's the best Madden.
That's the best Madden.
Yeah.
That's my number 3.
Definitely. And again, following up behind John, fucking GoldenEye is the greatest first player shooter I've ever played in my life. It's still fun as hell. If they would just bring that back and just update the graphics and give me the same fucking game, I would play it all day.
I see the Switch doing that.
Switch be all like, since the Wii, they be having these friendly ass games. They don't really be having it's like kid friendly type shit. They really don't have these type of games on there. So like, if Xbox would just give me the same game, same fucking game, don't change nothing but the graphics, I will play that shit all day, and I will get fucking Hobjob or fucking Jaws and win all fucking day.
Yeah, what's the name?
If you picked anybody else other than Hobjobs and Jaws, what are you doing?
You ain't trying to win.
Yeah.
Dev, you remember that game used to be like in like these little spaceship type shits? And the map would like flip on you. Like you used to like have to fly and shoot at each other. And it'd be like a big ass circle like this. So like people be going in circles.
What system?
It was 64. It wasn't like a racing game or nothing. Like it was
Star Fox?
No. It was like some OD like alien type shit, but you never seen the people. Like you just seen like there was like these spaceships, and then like the shit would fuck with your stomach because like you could fly like this and then go straight up and like shit like that.
Oh no.
Damn, my older brother would know the name of the game. That's another one that could have been an honorable mention.
Perfect Dark, we used to be that shit on 64 too.
Yeah.
It's a lot of 64 had a bunch of fucking games.
64 was it.
64 is a classic system.
All right, Drew, number 2.
My number 2 is going to be Call of Duty Modern Warfare, the first one. Yo, Nuketown is where I honed my skills. I got killed a lot of times in that fucking map, but I also killed a lot of people in that fucking map. That game was awesome. The fucking storyline was fucking great. Yo, I played that shit every fucking time. What's that?
Nah, that ain't the game he talking about.
No.
Nah,
he talking about like some first player like type shit. Like,
yeah,
you just see you driving type, like flying type shit.
Cap?
I don't know. What's that?
What's the name of that?
That shit look like Duke Nukem.
It kind of reminds you of Duke Nukem, the graphics did.
Yeah. So Drew, you said at number 2 you got Call of Duty Modern Warfare 1. All right, Ed, at number 2, what you got?
My number 2, again, recent games, more specifically number 2, with the exception, and I'm counting the whole franchise, with the exception of Andromeda, Mass Effect. November 7th is a huge day for me. Anytime any Mass Effect game comes out, I will buy it. I think I'm one of the only people that fully played Mass Effect Andromeda. That game was so bad. But they just remastered 1, 2, and 3. If you haven't played those games,
I never played them.
They are amazing. Mass Effect 2 specifically is one of the best games I've ever played. It's an open world MMO RPG game. where you decide your story, you decide your powers. It follows, your Commander Shepard. It follows a guy who literally builds a team around him, and it's taking down a bigger threat. Obviously, it's a very like Avengers-esque, like Infinity War type matchup. It's awesome. It's awesome. I'm telling you, it's one of the best games I've ever played.
Yeah, my attention span ain't built for that. All right, John.
Number 2, tough number 2, but gotta go with the GOAT shooting game to me in general. Halo. Halo series. Halo was the fucking game. Halo 1, 2, and 3, but I think 3 is the all-time. I think 3 is the best of the Halo series, but
I actually like the 2 is the best to me.
2 is
dope.
2 is dope.
Not to cut you off, John. The game was called Forsaken.
I think that's the game. I think I know that.
And it had like a weird ass soundtrack.
I heard that title before. I never played it though.
Yep. My number 2 is Halo, but my favorite of the series is gonna be Halo 3. Halo 3 was a legendary game. Halo's just
I definitely know Forsaken. I had this shit.
Yeah, that game was fire.
I definitely had this shit.
You know what? That's gonna be on my honorable mention.
That's crazy. My brother just texted me like, yeah, that shit was fire.
Right, he knew exactly what you was talking about this shit. All right, John got Halo, the series, right?
Halo series, but my favorite game of the series is Halo 3.
Yeah, I like Halo 2. Cap.
ODST was garbage.
My number 2 was the Grand Theft Auto split between San Andreas and Grand Theft Auto 5.
No Vice City?
Yeah, I was about to say that. Vice City was
Vice City set it off. That's what made that shit go. Made it go up.
Grand Theft Auto 3 was good though. Grand Theft Auto 3 was good.
Vice City was Scarface.
Vice City.
I mean, Vice City 3 was good, but Vice City was really what like set the GTA world on fire and shit.
But San Andreas.
San Andreas is the best Grand Theft Auto by fucking far, bro. Actually, you already
What other game has Snoop Dogg in it? Oh wait.
They had Game in that shit.
They had Game. They had that nigga. They had they had fucking
Fake Eazy-E.
Who was the best character though? For real. This a trick question. Best character.
Homie's friend. What was his name?
OG Logan, the place to be. When my son was mopping, and the nigga said, "Fuck this burger joint."
No, my number.
The gay nigga on the bike.
Nah. San Andreas is my favorite out of GTA, but you're gonna see that on my list later, and John as well. But number 2, love-hate relationship. For some reason, they have bad games, but I still buy them. They have good games, I still buy them. Madden series, forever. Madden forever. I can't get away from it. It's the only sports franchise that I consistently buy, regardless if it's the same fucking game every year, but I love it and I'm going to continue to purchase it until I fucking die. Madden series at number 2. All right, number 1, we get into number 1 on our top greatest games of all time list. We done went from 5 to 2. Get into number 1. Drew, what do you have as your number 1?
Grand Theft Auto, Vice City, and San Andreas. I remember Vice City because it was the first one I got from it was the first GTA game I ever got on my own. I played GTA 3, but that was at my friend's house and shit. So I really did not get the feel of it. It was only at his house. But the very first one I played was Vice City, and was set off because that game was fucking lit, and was set off because I also just got a burnt copy of fucking Scarface from my friend, which I bought it from him. So it was just like, the whole combination of fucking watching Scarface and playing actual Vice City, that was the shit. And just like I said before, fucking San Andreas is the best Grand Theft Auto ever. So I'm definitely gonna pick that shit. So number 1, yeah. Vice City, San Andreas.
Yeah, number 1.
So I was just going back and forth again with this one. So it was gonna be Mega Man, the whole franchise, the whole series, not the Game Boy, not the Game Boy ones.
Okay.
More so Mega Man 7, Mega Man 8, Mega Man 9, Mega Man
I
X,
like where
Mega
you
Man
went with that.
X4, Mega Man X5. Once Zero got involved, I was all in. But I think it's just gonna go down to the only I don't have an RPG. Most of the games that I have on here are all fighting, beat 'em up, and role-playing games. So I feel like I have to have a first-person shooter, and that first-person shooter is Halo, more specifically Halo 2. Period.
Halo 2, that
All
shit.
the Halos is great, except
all the Halos are great, but Halo 2 was the sword got introduced. I mean,
that was the last Halo I played.
Trying to beat that game on Legendary was unbelievable.
Halo's
coming back.
That was the last Halo 2 is the last Halo game I played.
You gonna buy the new one when it comes out?
Probably not.
Why not? We all get in on it,
bro. Because I don't play the game enough. Like I probably wait till that shit get on Xbox Live and then cop it and play it then. Yeah, that too. All right, I'm gonna go to Cap next because I think me and John is simpatico with number one. Cap at number one. Possibly. If you ain't got it, I'm snuffing you. All right, number one, Cap.
Number one is the best Rockstar game that ever came out. Bully.
Bully's a fun game.
Bully was fucking fire, and it was not like no other games.
Is that with the boy, right? The little boy?
Yeah.
With the little boy when he had to go to like the prep school, and that little nigga was really a killer in the fucking school.
Yeah, that was a fun game.
I never played Bully.
I never played it. Was
fire.
I know what it was. It had the little nigga with the freckles and shit.
Yeah, the little white kid with the freckles.
Yeah, I never played that.
That's a slept-on game right there.
Yeah, we only got games during birthdays and Christmas, and we got one for each. So I had to pick wisely when it came to the game.
That was my shit.
So my brother didn't start buying with drug money. All right. Number one, Johnny. What we got as number one on our list?
Clearly, it's Grand Theft Auto. It's GTA, the franchise.
Yes.
Franchise? Okay, cool.
Vice City, San Andreas is tied to me. Both games is tied to me.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna put GTA 5 slightly above.
That shit is
because the fact that Cap could tell you we was online, we playing online with each other. Yeah. You could really play, do missions, and like we want to fuck around. Like, yo, that's Cap right there. Run up.
Hold on, John. That game came out more than 10 years ago,
and it still
costs full price.
Yeah, that ass.
Full price one, and it's still adding shit to it. That's why
still living right.
But it's just be mad fun. Like you just want to fuck around. Everybody get online. We start brawling with each other, shooting at each other. You know,
niggas would be like, "Yo, we getting on to do the mission so we could get some money."
Niggas start shooting each other and shit.
Niggas start fighting each other.
I've been in a couple of those. Those were never fun. I'm like, yo, I don't have any money. I don't be going online. These dudes killing each other. I'm like,
no weapons, and somebody
niggas just
poke you.
Niggas start
knock you out. It's like
or you do the trick. You walk up with the knife out. And it looked like just your hands, and then you start.
GTA 5 is so fun, but it needs to drop 6. But I thought Vice City and San Andreas would have had the online stuff like that.
Right.
Could be, but Vice City and San Andreas was great for the era it came out in. Right. They both stand alone great because it was a great game.
Right. And again, just following John, GTA series is my number one. But San Andreas is my favorite out of all of them. I think 5 is the combination of everything, which makes it such a full game. And again, play that shit.
3 storylines, right? That was
the 3 storylines. You could play that shit right now. I haven't played that shit in forever, but I'll put that shit in and start from the beginning.
And the story. That's I was gonna say they all got crazy stories.
Start the story all over and shit, and still like have fun playing it. Like I just got it and shit. And then if you go online and play the dimensions of it and how shit, like Cap said, it's been fucking 10 years. They keep adding shit to it. And it's still a new game when it's one of the oldest games out and shit. They continue.
That's why, yo, Dav, you need to get Bully. as an adult, you'll play bully and be like, "Yo, this shit crazy."
It's Franklin, Trevor, and what's the other one? Mike. Nah, Trevor was crazy, but that was my guy. Trevor.
You know, homie Danny Tamborelli is Mike's son. From all that. Danny Tamborelli from all that, the redhead dude.
From all that.
Oh yeah,
from all that
yeah,
when we were kids. Danny Tamborelli, the redhead.
There was a bunch of people. There was a bunch of people in that shit.
Danny Tamborelli, a brunette hair, bro.
Nah, his son. Talking about the son from GTA 5.
I'm talking about Mike's son in GTA 5 is Danny Tamborelli.
My man, Black Jesus was in there.
Word, Black Jesus.
Yeah.
All right, now, but let's get into these honorable mentions. I'm gonna just throw one out there. Warriors, the Warriors game.
Warriors was.
They need to bring that back. They need to redo that shit. Warriors game.
Matter of fact, I think they did.
Nah, I wouldn't know because that was my shit.
1 and 2.
They brought back out
made a couple of lists,
but they need to do. They haven't did it for Warriors. Warriors the last time was Xbox. They need to bring that shit up.
Warriors was fire.
Back the original.
Shout out to the OGs, Spyro, Crash, and Sonic.
Oh yeah, great.
Talking about Pro Skate, Tony Hawk games was fire.
Tony Hawk.
Pro Skater 2.
Pro Skater 1 and 2.
My man Dave Merritt, his game was fire.
Matt Hoffman.
I like the Tony Hawk Underground too.
Matt Hoffman.
And shit.
Matt Hoffman, the game's good too.
I think Johnny might be the only one that knows StarCraft.
Probably, yeah.
That PC game.
I don't think I played it.
It was like Commander and Concord. It's like that, like where it's like a strategy game, pretty much.
Resident Evil 2, bro. I got
all Resident Evils, really.
Resident Evil.
Yeah, I ever play Clockwork Knight.
That sound mad familiar.
That was on Sega Saturn.
Yo,
and it was like you were literally a toy knight that had like a fucking spinner on his back. And it was pretty much the Kingdom Hearts before Kingdom Hearts was Kingdom Hearts because you had like a key that was a sword.
I was gonna say that dude look like when you saying it, I'm picturing like Beauty and the Beast type shit.
Yeah.
But I remember the game.
That type of shit. Yeah, it was like definitely that kind of energy for sure.
Another game that was dope that I'm pretty sure made my list. One of my favorite games ever. And when they redid it for Xbox, it was good when they brought it back out. Tomb Raider, great game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I didn't like Tomb Raider until they brought it back on Xbox because I didn't like that.
Yeah,
that PC style gaming. Yeah, that shit was trash. But the one on Xbox is dope. So I fucks with them. God of War.
Fire.
NBA Streets Volume 2.
All the street games.
Another game I feel like
Street Volume 1.
A great franchise. Gears of War is a great
Gears of War.
Gears of War. Gears of War 3. Best game. Gears of War 3.
I was never
into
Gears of War.
That game when the Xbox first came out, it was called Rome. No. When the Xbox 360 came out.
I got that shit. I got that shit right now. Yo, that's my shit. Yeah, that shit was good as hell. I still be playing. That's another game. The
original Assassins.
I can come back and play later and shit because Rome is dope.
Rome was fire.
Well, I gotcha. Dig Dug.
Dig Dug. That's an OG.
Dig Dug fire. The Simpsons game.
The Simpsons.
Yeah.
Arcade one.
Right. Or
hold on, John. Why you ain't say the G Unit game?
That game was trash.
Bulletproof.
Yeah. Rampage.
Rampage OG with the monsters.
With the monsters. The ape, the lizard, and the.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Back to N64.
It was a wolf.
Racing.
Wolf.
Shit.
Talking about the drink.
I haven't played a lot, but I feel like we should mention racing game, Need for Speed.
I was gonna say that when said
Gran Turismo.
Road Rash.
NFL Fever.
Road Rash used to be that shit.
Fire.
When you hit nigga and shit, be on the motorcycle and shit, you had the fucking steel chain and shit.
Yeah.
What is that NBA? What is that fucking basketball game? Like the fucking street hoopers like like fucking N1 mixes.
You talking about?
Oh no, you talking about the N1 game?
Talking about hoops?
Nah, street hoops. Yeah, street hoops.
Yo, that shit low key was good, but it was trash. It's one of those good trash games.
It was the graphics. The graphics.
Yeah, the graphics was bad. Yeah. Going to Dreamcast, Soul Calibur. One of the.
I got Soul Calibur 3.
That played in college.
Soul Calibur 3 for PS2.
Guess who just texted me?
Who that?
Kevin Maurice Jet.
What do you say?
Keon. Kevin Maurice Jet. Keon Jet Jr.
What game we used to play in college?
The sleeping dogs, the Asian with the mob was sleeping.
Yo, they got that shit on. They brought that back on the 360.
It was like LA something. I forget what that name was.
True Crime Streets of LA.
Yeah, that one.
True Crimes was a Streets of LA was a dope game too.
What's he sending there? I can't see that. Nah.
Oh, he laughed at the picture. He wrote in the
He said, "How was the pod?"
We still podding.
Classic Kevin Jet.
But yo, yeah, Sleeping Dogs. They brought that shit back. They remastered and put on the one.
Great game.
Yeah, that shit is fire. I played it not too long ago. It's a lot of fucking great games, man. Like we could probably do.
Probably some games I'm missing out. Just thinking.
A lot of games.
Oh, yeah, a lot of games. A lot of games got.
Going back, I think my favorite system was Nintendo 64. Like
64 was the best.
The
Army game with the toy soldiers.
In the future,
right. Yeah, the Army game with the toy soldiers. Yo,
you could do Fab 5 game consoles.
Right.
Game console games.
Nigga, I'm talking about like he's talking about the consoles, like the actual
console
system.
itself.
Yeah, like
it's hard though because like how you gonna not put like I mean I don't have the PS5 and the Xbox One X or whatever the hell it is now or X Series whatever.
You cannot put it because of the amount of games that a Super Nintendo had, the quality
That's what I'm
games.
saying. Super Nintendo had games. Dreamcast is one of the most underrated. No, not Dreamcast. Sega Saturn is one of the most underrated fucking consoles. Period.
Shit, even Dreamcast shit. That brought up 2K.
Too.
Like they had the fucking 2K with Randy Moss and Iverson. That's when that shit started on the Dreamcast. That's when they used to have a bogus shooting shit where you have to bring the two things together and shit. Like it had to.
The little lines.
Yeah. With
I feel like I got like memories for the older games. Like,
yeah,
I remember when my mom bought me a PlayStation and shit like
that. Remember the fights and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Right, remember the fights because that calls from games and shit. Shit, when we was, I kid you not, me and my little brother used to play a game with my older brother. Our game was make him break the game. If you made him break a game, you was king. Cause this nigga, he got the crazy like attitude and shit. And he used to, he used to like wait, he'll buy a game at night and he knew we used to have to go to bed. So he'll play it and shit like all night and then tell us in the morning he got it. We kids, we get one Saturday with that motherfucker. We got all the buttons and shit. He come back from off the block, we busting his ass. He straight breaking games and shit.
You ever unplug the remote and make your little brother think he was playing the game? When he definitely wasn't.
Everybody done did that.
Nah, me and my little brother, we 2 years apart, so
they the dumbasses.
He wasn't that stupid.
Right, we was the dumbasses that got the unplugged controllers and shit. So we grew up together, so I could do that shit to him.
Yo, funny story. I remember when Carter was like, he had to be just learning how to walk, right? So I used to put him in the little playpen shit and play the game. So he used to always be trying to grab the controller. I remember I gave him the controller with the wire. Tell me why this nigga followed the wire. When he seen that shit wasn't plugged in, this nigga was looking at me.
Shit, I think I told y'all before with Dorian ass, I used to try and give him the Xbox controller. And that nigga look at my controller and see there was no light on his. And that nigga look, he pointed like damn, bro.
Yeah, like, yo, why don't I got a light?
Like, yo, why my light ain't on? So, but that is our episode, man. Episode 45 of the OSA. We having a nostalgia moment and shit, but hey, it's games. How could we not, man? Episode 45. This was 5 greatest games. We got the crew here, man.
We all a bunch of games.
Mariano Rivera dropped in, came in cooking. Kev, we hopefully get him next week. DQ, we hopefully get him next week. We'll have another dope episode for you. Episode 45 is this one. Like always, brought to you by Culture Capsule, sponsored by Don's LLC. Make sure you go like, comment, subscribe, share, rate, spread the word about our dope podcast. We'll catch y'all same time next week. But like always, Ed,
we out.
Don't know.